You ever wonder why we're here? It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it?
Hey, off topic, Michael, BK, Matt, Trevor. Boom.
That was
Fast.
Yeah.
Not fireball. You said we don't have
We
any.
didn't have any.
That's fine.
Let's
Don't
just
worry. Hey, what's up?
shoot
Get some.
Okay, you're
They're shooting some Trulies. There's a Dr. Pepper in there. I've got a fruit punch Gatorade.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Hey, welcome. It's Thursday. Why? Why do it like that?
I thought we were shooting it.
That's not how you shoot it.
I was not shooting the Dr. Pepper.
He was chewing.
He
was
did
gonna
say
chew through
shooties,
it.
but
That's already open, so I can't like stab a key in it as
No, you
easy.
can't.
you could still. I mean, it won't
Get
do
in
as
there.
much. It's just
Oh, now my eyes are watering.
Trevor, you look like you are you're dressed like you today.
What does
the
that
guy
mean?
from You.
Oh,
Yes, the guy from
Yeah,
You.
I haven't seen you.
You're dressed
always
like
dressed
you're,
like me.
no,
I was
but
gonna
you're
say, I
dressed
was
like
like,
you're
what does
dressed
that
like
mean?
Yeah.
you've put a black ball cap on to hide from someone.
Yeah.
Like someone's
Actually-
following you and you just went like this, and then he's going, "I'm a nice guy," as he's
Right.
just
I go,
murdered somebody, you know, and he's just
Don't
like,
look.
"I didn't want to have to do this." I'm just
Actually,
saying
when I
you're-
take this
you're
off,
vibing very much that right now.
You're like a private detective or something. Like, what's going on here?
I got goop all over my shoe
you got shoe goop.
because
Sorry.
I anger climbed a tree this morning.
Anger climbs. Now
I
that's
did
the
it
worst way to
pissed.
climb.
Pissed.
why?
Just caution to the wind. You motherfucker chased a cat up a tree.
Oh, got it.
Got his ass.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking went, not today, motherfucker. And he was stunned. And I fucking just pulled my
He's
ass
like,
up the tree.
What?
And I'm like ripping him out of the tree. And he's like hanging onto the branch because then I get him and now he's flailing.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have confidence that he won't fall because I'm
Right.
pulling him off the branch. But I had to like rip him out of the tree and then hand him down to Lindsay. It was like right as we were leaving, he ran out.
I thought
And then
cats climbing trees were like
he went
ants.
up
What?
the tree,
No,
and I
cats-
went,
dude,
whoosh,
they
and I
climb
just,
trees all the
dude,
time.
I played the tree game. This motherfucker will be up there for 30 minutes, and I just went, not today, and I just climbed up the tree, and I got.
This
I
guy was
got-
probably like,
I got
what
shoe goo
is
all
this
over
bald
me.
primate doing climbing up a tree? You don't belong here.
I got his ass out of
And
there.
I'm like, learn evolution.
and I
cat.
got tree goop all over my
Oh,
shoe.
dude.
Tree goop.
It's so weird hearing about
me off.
your cat's just running out.
I've never. Like,
I opened
Well, they
my
just
door.
sprint out, and then they want to be.
Yeah.
They would just want to be.
Well,
Free.
but like right there, like in the yard or in the backyard or in the neighbors. Like they don't go far away.
I went on my back porch and like left the door open. I heard the cat and I was like, oh shit, she's gonna go outside. She doesn't do that. She was just sitting at the door going meow,
looking at
meow. The door's open.
Yeah.
Cat
Close it.
alarm.
Close it.
Meow.
Close
meow.
it. She made me close it.
So has there been a so you have a cat as well, right,
Yes,
BK?
I do have a cat.
Your cats do not want to go outside. The two of you independent
no.
cats.
I've picked my cat up and taken her outside just like to walk around.
Yeah.
She frantically climbed up my shoulder,
Okay.
jumped off, and ran back to the house.
Right. And how about you, BK?
Well, my cat is like remembers she's from the streets.
Okay.
So it's one of those
How
things.
It was a stray?
How old
She's
is the
like,
street cat? No, was it when you got the cat
when
off the
when my mom she was like 1 maybe.
Okay, because we got street
Yeah.
cats too, but they're only like 3 months old.
No,
So I
think
feel
it's
like their
a year.
streetness they forgot.
No,
but
she's
they
like-
hunger for
It's
it.
instinct.
Yeah.
And they
They
Yeah.
hunger
Yeah.
for it. These
See, that's-
fuckers.
Aria, I found her in the woods with like
Woods
her whole
cat.
family.
So scarred from
Yeah.
from the woods,
inside,
that could
not
be it.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
I know like that. I like this.
Totally.
Take me,
Exactly.
Keep me
She's
here.
like, I would go back to inside.
Yeah.
There's death out
It's
there.
safe here.
Yeah.
So does yours want to stay in or does she want
Diva's
to get
like
out?
50-50. It depends on her mood. She's very temperamental, hence her name Diva.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, some days she's like, listen, I could be outside. Like, let me out. What's going on out there? And then other days she's like, I don't know. I don't like the smell of
It's
that.
like today's an outside bones day.
Yeah.
I gotta go get
100%.
scratch that itch. Get my bones rubbed
I
outside.
think your cats are just like, Free
Do
Willy!
you think it's the choice? Because Matt's like, look
yeah.
what you could have, and the cat's like, no, keep
no,
me back.
I don't want
But
that.
yours is like,
just wanna
I'm
go
not
outside.
allowed. I'm not
They wanna go outside.
allowed.
Yeah. We take them outside, like in little harnesses.
Yeah.
Give them outdoors time. But it just
Yeah.
makes it worse. It feeds the
Yeah.
beast. It
Right.
doesn't sate them. They're not like,
No.
okay, I'm satisfied.
Well, and that's
They'll
like,
just sit at the back door and be like, meh.
Yeah,
Let
they're
me
like,
out,
I
right.
want this 100%.
They only meow when they want to go outside or if they're hungry and there's no
What are they,
food.
dogs?
That's it.
Like,
That is it. I
that was
checked.
like,
They're not.
I checked. I made sure.
pretty sure. I had a cat that he was indoor outdoor only because like the first month I had him, I tried to convince my grandma to let me keep him inside.
Okay.
And
Is this the cat that's a ghost now?
maybe, I don't know. He's
I don't
not
like the way you
alive.
said that.
Well, he's got a ghost cat story.
I've forgotten all the.
Sorry,
shit.
I took you away from the original story.
It like pretty much he lived outside for like a month, and I was like trying to get my grandma to let me keep him in, and she at the end of the month she's like, I love him. He can stay inside. He can just stay.
Right.
And then the cat was like, fuck off. I don't want to live in here. And
Oh,
he just got all pissed
man,
whenever we
dude,
kept
he
him inside.
unpicked you.
He did.
Unpicked.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Have you, your cat has laid claim to your carpets with some upchuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, your cat's
she
always
pukes.
fucking
She's always
puking.
got some.
That's
problem,
crazy.
dude.
I'm cat ignorant.
I don't know that my cats have ever thrown up.
Okay, that was my question because
Yeah.
I was watching. There's
Maybe once.
There's a
or
couple
something, but
called
it's-
Kara and Nate. They're travel YouTubers, and
Okay.
they're very sweet. And Barbara and I kind of like have a thing every weekend where we watch their latest video. And the tease that they had for their next video, they're hanging out in Japan and doing a whole bunch of stuff. But in this one place that they're staying, there's a cat. And like it immediately laid claim to one of their like bed folds and just shat right on it. I'm like, is that like
No!
a cat thing, or is it like a particular
It's just a
subcategory
pet
of?
thing.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
there's-
know
Right,
my
but-
dog's ever shat.
Right, but I think that's an owner pet thing.
Oh,
If your pet is shitting, I think that's a you thing.
Like
regardless
you
of the
need
pet.
to, yeah. Like,
I feel like something's gone amiss along the way.
Oh, no.
I'm
Well,
just saying.
that's like Arya's got like a really sensitive stomach, which is why she pukes on stuff sometimes. It's
Needs a
like
special
she's not
diet.
she's not digesting stuff right, so she's like, I better go puke, and just pukes all over the ground.
Okay,
or
I
whatever.
gave my cat a piece of $1 million bacon the other day.
What's that?
I don't know,
The
something's
$1
gold
million
bacon.
Yeah, it's expensive bacon.
It's
No,
from this
egg
one
bacon.
place. I can't remember the place.
Oh, that's true.
I
Fort
think
Knox.
Fredo knows. I'll have to remember to ask for the name of it. It's just on my Uber Eats every Sunday for my brunch.
Your cat
I
gets
order-
Uber Eats?
Not just the cat. No, it's for me. Okay, but
Okay, so you're
cat-
eating the $1
I
million
eat the $1 million bacon.
okay.
She's got
However,
a separate order.
However,
Got it.
I was like, oh, I'm curious because my cat is like, remember she's from the street, so she's like
Sure.
sniffing everything.
yeah.
She's like, you're cooking? I want to be up there. What you got? What you going on there? I'm like, bro, you're gonna get grease all over you. Get down. So I get the $1 million bacon. I'm chilling. I'm like, you know what? Cats eat bacon.
They eat
Like,
meat?
They eat meat.
Why?
I'll give a little piece of the bacon. I regretted it.
Oh yeah.
Was it the crispy, like, protein meat
Yuck.
side, or was it like the
Yuck-
chewy,
yucky?
like, gristly fat side?
It was
Not gristly.
it's $1 million bacon is an in between. Perfect.
bacon
Oh,
side.
love that.
Nice cuts, covered in all the mapley goodness and spices. Probably shouldn't give
That's
my
what you
cat
shouldn't give your
maple.
cat, yeah.
So, while I'm streaming, she throws all over my feet.
Damn.
Oh, on
Nice.
your
On
feet.
your
like,
feet.
out of all the places, I gotta
Yeah.
let you know.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
went-
cat thing. They're
I
like,
went
hey,
down
shit.
and I went,
Ugh.
"Ugh, what is that?
Does it always start with like the, oh, and like it's like, oh, it's happening somewhere. It's going down.
Yeah, there's that. Arya's got like a lot of hairs, so she'll get hairballs a lot. And I've gotten to a point where I can hear it, and occasionally I can be like, "Don't you do it?" And she'll be like,
All right, okay.
"Oh,
Oh, hold it.
oh." And she like gets it down. I'm like,
No,
there you
that's
go.
not good.
Good.
Not good.
That's another thing. My cats don't have hairballs.
You don't
I
have
haven't
a
seen
long-haired
that.
cat though.
Mm.
Oh, I have a short hair.
Oh.
Yeah,
Does it
I've had
pass-
short and
Fuck if
long
I know.
hair. Yeah, I've had a short and long hair, and I've not had any short hair cats ever have hairballs.
I guess it just
But
like sheds fast
Arya
enough.
will do that a lot.
Mm.
Because it's like, you'll find it vacuuming and shit. Like they shed.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
never enough. Like when they're cleaning themselves, it's never like,
But they're just sucking it down.
yeah.
You see in so many cartoons, you assume that's just like what cats do.
Oh yeah.
Dogs bark and they piss and they poo and they beg and they go,
They,
love
well,
me.
cats piss.
Cats
And then-
piss and poo.
pretty much
Right,
everywhere.
but then also the hairball. It'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, cats use a litter box, they meow,
Yeah.
and they have hairballs. I
Mhm.
haven't seen one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Good. We don't want them.
Right, get them out of here.
Do you
Keep
have a
them
cat
to
and a dog?
yourself.
Not anymore. I
I was
did
gonna
have
say,
a dog.
if you have a cat and a dog, it could be the dog picking up after the cat. What's that? They'll package.
That's fine.
I'm worried about that. I,
I mean, if you don't know,
but I'm like,
Sure.
this cat's gonna ruin the dog,
Well, you're gonna wake up and be like, my cat didn't throw up on the rug.
and it'll be like,
It's
well, because
the
the, dog
tradition,
ate
and
it.
it's like, oh well, the dog cleaned it up, and I'm like, I'm a good
I'm a
buddy.
good boy.
Like,
I saved him from doing this.
oh, no, he would have to get down here.
I will. That's actually super annoying about her. Is like she'll throw up, and then like if I don't see it,
Mm-hmm.
I'll find where she found it again, and she,
Well,
she
yeah,
happened upon it, and
that's
she's like,
what they do.
"Oh, pre-chewed food, sweet.
I forgot about this one.
Oh, let's go into this."
Ah,
Yeah, it's gross as hell, but that's a cat.
that's a cat.
They're gross.
Has
they're cute.
has Arya become accustomed to the snake, the liquid?
Arya,
Or is it still like a strangers in the same room kind of thing?
she looks
Like,
at the snake and she's like, "That's cool."
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
snake.
Oh
You
yeah,
know
I've
this
got
man
a
has a snake?
snake.
Matt's got a snake. He's had it for a while.
Yeah.
he's got a little snake.
I've been meaning to have you come over just so you can meet the
It's
snake.
hyper poisonous.
No, I don't want to come over.
That's fine.
But only because Matt
he
made it
free
that
roams.
way.
Yeah,
You know.
Matt engineered it to be
Matt
hyper
engineered it to be hyper.
And he
Started out-
microdoses toxins.
it
so
started
he
out
could become
docile.
immune.
That's true.
It was actually a worm when he
Yeah.
started.
He keeps the antidote in a false tooth.
Right. Across a pit of lava.
Yeah. Weird, it's in a tooth. but
It's in a
it's
tooth
just-
and
it's
you're
just
not
over
wearing
there.
it. Yo, did you guys see John Wick yet?
No.
No,
No, don't.
Dude,
Oh, you
Andy.
just
that was the
fucking
whole
spoiled
movie.
it.
He
Andy
acted
Cortez-
out.
You stupid piece of shit.
Yeah, we said not to.
Oh,
One thing.
hold on.
Andy Cortez made a little clip while he was streaming, and he's got his like jacket up as he's like, and you just see like gun flares go off as he like.
Look, I saw one picture of Donnie Yen in it. I said, I just can't. Just sign me up.
Dude, before you talk about that and you
Kane?
spoil it and all that, Tyler came out.
I'm not gonna spoil
and he was
nothing.
like, oh, he's gonna muscle me. I forgot to mention.
He's shooting back there.
RTX.
Oh shoot!
Early bird tickets are on sale.
Reaction was missed.
For RTX, Austin, Texas, July 7th through 9th. You go to rtxevent.com now for details. And the early bird is ending soon. When is that?
April 1st.
April
Second.
2nd. So you told me. There it is.
11:59.
Okay, yes.
Get your early bird.
They
You'll be
end.
spending mad guap at the door. Don't do it.
11:59, the second. So, you know, and ampersand, which means and, get 20% off site wide
I call
at the
it-
RT store.
Ooh.
Hand tag.
There's some good
And that's why
merch
no one
there.
else calls it that. That's why nobody
It
else
was
calls
queued
it
up
that.
no matter what I said. Red Web's got an escape room. We just did it this morning, Fredo and I and Barbara.
Yeah, he kept complaining about it.
Well, it was the
while
first
he
thing in the
was
morning. Our-
Fucking,
our brains
we were
weren't
trying to
waked
do
up
a platformer,
Yeah, he
his
was
specialty,
not having it.
and he kept complaining, going, escape room.
His
mind never left.
And I kept saying, yeah, time to escape this level.
My mind is still in the escape room. It was really cool. So we're gonna put like a Red Web theme to it. We partnered up with the Escape Game folks. They're like the #1 escape room in the country.
I'm so excited.
That is very cool.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Bat Squatch is involved.
Well, I want to demo it.
So
Let
we
me
got
demo
that.
it.
We got that and the mini golf.
And we got mini golf.
Isn't there a
Is there another
museum
mini-golf?
too, or something?
There's
going
also
on?
I don't have the bleep button.
Some sort of
but it's an
museum.
F-Face
Bleep
museum.
Face museum.
And then
Well, I don't know how much we've announced. We've probably announced it. My favorite thing about Face Jam, assuming it was what you're pointing me,
yes.
Yeah.
Set you
is I know everything about it. I don't know what we've talked about, what's come out. I look
Yeah.
at Eric and I say, hey, you mentioned this? And he's
Right.
like, yeah, we've been talking about it for 3 months.
Right.
And I go, oh, I know we have. I've also had the tracksuit since November. It
That's
hasn't come
true.
out
You've
yet,
been wearing it a lot.
But I did say it would be like in April, and it's soon. And what I didn't know is you're getting more than just Face Jam tracksuits. Anyway,
Nice little
the
tease.
stuff
Who
at
copied?
RTX, probably the Rag and Grackle. Probably do the Rag and Grackle.
Ooh, I like that.
I think you're onto something.
We are. That's our restaurant.
There's
Rag and
also,
Grackle.
yeah, I mean, like you said,
see it.
there's a lot of planning and a lot of ideas floating around, and so it's hard to know what we can announce and promote because obviously, like, you do it in chunks.
Yeah.
So you get all this stuff locked
Yeah, yeah.
in, then you do this, then get
You
that
gotta
locked
roll it out.
in. Then you
too.
see
yeah.
what can fit in phase 3 because time and money and things. So it's like, I think each of the brands and shows all have something going on, and it's just figuring out like we're just trickle feeding you. So if you're excited about what we got, there's more to come.
And if you don't find out till you get there, then you'll be like me.
Oh.
And then guess what? It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
looking at someone and I go, it's gonna be fine.
Listen, I'm trying to
It's fine when
plan.
you're blissfully unaware.
I'm trying to plan like a scooter crawl.
A scooter crawl?
Can I hover?
You can hover, baby.
gotta keep up.
Is that
Okay.
illegal in
You
this
gotta
city?
keep
I don't think so. I'm from New
illegal?
York. It's illegal in New York.
Right.
So you can't even own them.
That's
there.
why you're used to scooting.
really?
Scooting, yeah.
Man,
Well, you didn't hear about the story about
I
the
thought you were just
hoverboards
flying.
that done
The hoverboys?
Hoverboards.
That sounds cool though.
No. The
you
hoverboards, they
made
done
that up. You didn't say.
explode on the subway.
Oh,
so that's how they got
God.
like banned. Because like the one thing you don't do is mess up the MTA in New York. Like you
Yep.
do not
Why?
do that. Like
It's the only thing that's
the
on
only
time
thing
in
we
New York.
have on time is
What about all the
debatable.
strikes?
Okay, that's true. I'm sorry.
On time is very
I'm a
debatable.
tourist.
What-
What am I doing here? What's that line?
What
mean?
about a hoverboard that once it goes underground, it just blows up?
I don't know.
What is-
So
what-
it was like
what
one of
is-
the first
Well, it's one of those
batches.
early,
see
those
that.
early big old batteries.
Yeah.
Minus 500 feet and counting.
That's like Teslas, right? They
Yeah.
started sticking big old batteries that move cars and shit in stuff, and they kept
That's-
blowing up. It's the same thing with like
Yeah.
early vapes too, right? They kept blowing up.
Oh my
in
gosh,
people's
yeah.
hands.
Starts sparking, and you're like, oh my god, what
That-
about
pretty
I
bad,
mean, it's the last like 15 years. It's like something new with some big cool battery. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's
Samsung
gonna blow up
with
for
their
a while, though.
batteries.
It's gonna blow up a little bit.
Everything with batteries.
That's why on the on planes they
Teslas.
make you take the battery out of the luggage because some luggage has the batteries
Yeah,
you
I
can
don't
slot
do
in.
that.
Certainly
Well, they make you
not.
take it out because they're like
Trying to keep
something
computers.
they'll check because they can blow up while they're in like the overhead.
Is there like a difference between like lithium batteries or like all batteries lithium batteries?
I mean, at this point, I have no idea.
I don't know.
Lithium used to be like, hey, it's lithium, and now I go, I assume that's the standard.
Right.
I
That's
just
what,
did too.
They go,
yeah.
do you have any lithium batteries in your check bag? I go, I don't.
I remember
Al-
the big like,
alkaline.
hey,
Alkaline
they're
is
lithium.
Well, there's that. But I mean, like for big machinery, they've got like iron, nickel, and that shit.
Well,
is
no, those
acidic.
are
That shit's
usually-
gonna fucking
well,
explode
those
and
are-
coat you with like alien blood.
Those
I'm allergic to
Why
that.
is this battery?
those batteries that Matt, they're like the big ones that you got to pick up with like kinesis and put in a
yeah,
slot. They have like a lightning bolt
Like for
on
my
it.
Barbie Jeep.
You know, everything's real tiny and small and futuristic, and batteries are this fucking big.
Right, right.
And they just slide into the wall.
I was thinking about those like Jeep.
That's what I said,
things
little
today.
Jeep. Well,
little
yeah,
Jeep. I
yeah.
thought about that earlier today. Those batteries sucked ass.
They were, and they
They
were
were,
like
like-
real batteries.
they
They're
were
like, yeah, you gotta
huge. Yeah.
jack it in, and
They
it's
were-
like
Yeah,
a
they're
big.
not like that anymore.
Yeah,
brick.
I'd hope.
Right.
Like
Oh,
they were huge before, and then like they lasted no time, and then also the battery just got shittier very quickly.
Batteries still get shitty though.
That's true. Batteries still get
I want
shitty.
some.
Like I have.
You want some
replaced-
batteries?
No, I want some of
batteries.
these Jeeps for RTX.
Oh, we have a Lambo.
We've got
Can you bring
hoverboard
it?
scooters.
I want to run around the con floor in a
We
little.
talking about Barbie
No,
Jeep?
I don't-
Yes,
I
Barbie
don't know,
Jeep, like beep beep. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they're
I would
tiny.
fit in one.
Oh yeah, they do have the.
They do have the word.
Yeah, they make a little mini warthog.
Can we do the ending of Halo 3 in like the little Jeep?
Stop.
Immersion. Oh, never heard of that show before. Have you?
I want to be
No,
the
I haven't.
arbiter because I don't have to be frozen for like 8 years after the the ending of it.
Wait, what? Oh, right, because
Yeah.
the immersion
Shit.
part of the Halo, and then
Yeah,
to put it in
and then
space,
put it
and
in
then wake me
space,
up
and
when you
then
need
wake
me,
me,
and then
yeah.
it's a different kind of.
And
Like,
there'd be like a bunch of people be like,
you wake up
don't
and you're and
need
Cortana's
these.
like new management. And you go, "Ah, go put
"Nah,
me back to
put
sleep.
me back. Put me back. to sleep." I changed your clothes while you were asleep. I don't. How?
Oh my god.
I love
I
Halo.
was gonna say the only lithium I know is Evanescence.
Why'd they cut that from the
Gotta make sure that that's clear.
You talking about lithium?
Yeah, I was just saying the only lithium I know is the Evanescence song, which is about, I think, medication. So
Probably.
I'm really
Well,
confused
well,
about the battery.
You
You
shit
should
that
eat that.
neutralizes your
I know.
everything.
Eat lithium.
You gotta eat
That's what I'm
eat
trying
batteries.
to figure out. I always get confused about the
That's-
airport, and they
that's-
ask me that.
that's-
They
But
listen
eating
to
copper
me.
tops
You
since
can't
I was a
check
child.
in without
can't
saying
eat
you don't
these
have lithium
batteries.
I don't know. Does my vape have a lithium battery? I'm not sure. I
Yes,
hope it's alkaline.
probably.
Everything's lithium
I've
these
got
days.
like a couple of those rechargeable batteries, and the ones in my suitcase. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
the
they're always
away?
Like, check them
Yeah,
out.
the
They're like, take them out.
And
I'm
they still
where
like
do I
take them
go?
out, and I'm like, if you remember to tell me, I'll take it out.
Matt
but I'm
says,
not.
"Fuck you, man."
And they go, sorry, sir.
I've flown with it several times. It's never blown up.
Right,
Well,
right.
do you gate check it or you put it in the
I
pressurized
put it
cabin?
in the up.
Then you're fine.
Well, no, that's when they ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To remove it in the pressurized
They-
cabin?
they normally
Yeah,
do.
You remove it
Trevor, have
before
you
it
ever
goes
been on
down
a plane
south.
before?
Once or
They
twice.
literally just at the door. They go,
Few
"Is the battery
times.
in there? You got to take it out."
Never.
Yeah.
Never
They
once.
do frequently ask
Only
me
if you
that,
gate
and I
check.
He
say,
just
yeah.
doesn't listen. They ask him every time.
No, they
He's
ask
like,
when
la,
it
la,
gets
la.
checked. They say, is there batteries in these things? Are there batteries plugged into electronics? You know what I mean?
They,
If it goes in the unpressurized compartment, that's when the battery can start swelling up. It's not in.
You're
the
arguing
thing
the science.
overhead.
I'm telling you what the airport does.
Yeah.
No one's ever messed with me taking a
It's
normal bag
the only
on.
time
See,
they've ever mentioned
and that's the
is when
thing.
you're getting on the plane. They go,
Very-
as you're getting on, they go, "There's no battery in there,"
If
and
they
I
gate
have to
check
open it.
Very rarely
Weird.
do they ever ask me to take it out, and that's why I just don't say shit. Where I'm like,
Just
They
say, you
used
know
to
what?
ask
Fine.
a
You
lot
just give it
more
to 'em,
back
and they
when
go,
it blew up.
Right,
back
right.
like you said, when batteries were blowing
Yeah.
up. I don't know the last time it's happened.
I think they just don't want
but it
batteries
was
at all. on the
it was
plane.
only ever.
well, they're gonna.
Well, I don't think they don't want batteries like stored away that could blow up that aren't on you. They're at least
Right.
like if it blows up, we want it blowing up on you in your seat.
They want you to know.
Not
Like, it
what's
was him.
blowing up.
Right.
I mean,
You know when
that's
you go
my
to-
assumption.
You go to a house party and there's a bowl full of keys. I feel like when
No.
you get onto the plane,
Never happened to me.
You gotta
That's
go to
a
parties.
that's a
What?
different party.
You don't do that?
You know,
No, that's like that. That was my mom's safety
then you walk
rule.
out with a new car.
You can have all the parties you want at home, but you may or may not be allowed to do things
Right.
by unlock the keys, go in the bowl.
Where's the bowl at? So when
Bobby,
you get
let's-
on the
let's
plane,
go play
there
car
needs to be a
roulette.
little sack that you put all your batteries in, and it just
Batteries.
dangles on the outside.
Oh, okay. So that way
Yes,
if it
being
blows up.
exposed to the air is definitely
Yeah.
not gonna
That's
ruin
it.
the
Keeps them
battery.
cool.
I'm just thinking about everything that I carry with me that has batteries in it.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
my phone, my
Yeah,
watch,
but I get it's.
like,
I don't know. There's the big
Switch.
ones. I don't know. I don't know who the target batteries are.
Are they
Airlines know.
There's the people with the sleep apnea machines.
I'm
you know,
Googling.
like,
Yeah,
you
they-
can't-
Google it up.
Yeah, you know.
Those-
Has anyone
uh,
sleep apnea machined
dastardly
on a
people.
plane?
No.
Like,
Just plug it in.
yeah. And
Hold on.
Is there an
Sorry,
outlet in your-
everyone.
You'll thank me later.
Gotta get some nice sleeps. You don't want me to snore, do you? That might be
Dude,
loud.
but you bring that on an international flight. That'd be pretty cool. Though.
Honestly,
yeah,
You
that
had
makes
like
the
an
most sense.
upgrade and some space. Just like
just lay out.
throw your thing up there.
I wanted to ride
going on,
first
though?
class so bad. And I tried to on my way back from PAX, but the upgrade was $1,700.
Yeah,
That's not worth it.
Right.
Difference.
Right.
No.
Right.
No.
I mean, no, what?
batteries
I didn't
is that?
price it.
A lot.
Here,
That's a
from
lot.
here to Boston?
It's first class. They just,
That
Normally, I would think like
It's a couple
500,
hundred.
800
Yeah, it's like
extra.
several- several
on
because
on
it's
what
the difference
airline?
on the
What
ticket.
airline?
American.
Yeah, no shit. The most expensive one? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
American's expensive as fuck. Their upgrades. I'm just saying.
$1,738.
And now if you were saying United,
I've
I'd be
heard that.
surprised.
Hey.
That's a
American's
song.
fucking expensive, man.
I've only
was
flown,
insane.
I've only flown first class once, and that was when I went up to Vancouver to play Gears of War.
I don't know why I always
Yeah.
wanted you to say like baseball or something.
Yeah, I was gonna play.
Like
would've
Matt
been
was
cool to
flying
play
first
some
class.
baseball.
with
Yeah.
sport.
Had me go up there
You know
to
what I
play
mean?
some
That would've been
sports.
cool.
I have not been allowed back to Canada.
You were too good. They said,
Get
get this
him out of
MVP
here.
the fuck out of here.
Apparently, just being American
Yeah,
makes you
Smash
better at
Bros
baseball.
tournament or something.
Right, that's what I was thinking. He's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's Canada play melee. I guess.
Yeah, I
Matt
would
gets
fly
on the
first
plane with,
class
like,
for
a
that,
coat.
right? Please.
Get
I
rid of
was-
the-
I was
I
paying
need
my
it
own
because I need to
trips
get
for
my reps
Melee,
in. I
dude.
need to get my reps in, you know? I need to be able
First
to play on the
class is
plane.
like
it felt wasteful to me because it was like such a short flight.
Well, because it is wasteful. Too.
Yeah,
and
but-
I will say
yeah.
too, even if you want to get into it, like first class on a domestic flight, it just means you see it, you see what it is, you walk past it. It's just
Yeah.
the seats up front. Don't get me wrong, they're nice seats.
They were nice.
They're a little bigger. There's only
Hey,
two of them.
They gave me some
And
free
you
alcohol.
get,
and
honestly,
cashews.
the nicest thing is you
You
get
could bottom that
you get a
barrel
flight
out.
attendant to like 10 people, and so you get service like really
Right,
fast.
right.
That's
Yeah.
basically the
You get
main
serviced
thing.
at the gate.
That's
even. They're like, "Can I get you
basically
anything?"
the main reason to do it domestically. But again,
But
at
international?
most you're like a couple hours.
It's
International.
fire. It's
That's
Now, like a
that's the
business
whole
business
thing,
class, that's what you think of. Like if you have never flown on a plane, you think first class of like, oh, luxury, whatever.
Right.
That's international.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't
Yeah.
exist domestically. That's a private.
When the seat can like
It's-
lay
When you can like
down
turn it into a bed,
yeah.
it's like a little
Like,
cubicle and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
I've never
15
sat
Oh,
in that
yeah.
in my life.
a
Yeah.
15 fucking inch.
Right.
Touch
So I'm sitting there,
screen.
where can I plug my
Oh
switch
my
in? All right, listen.
First class domestically is like they give you a towel. That's nice.
It's nice.
warm
It's a
towel.
warm Don't get me
towel.
wrong.
It's
It's
I've been
nice.
burned by
It
the thing.
feels
It's
good.
hot. It's
It's
hot towel.
the only reason I'll
Some
dabble
nuts.
because again on United
nice.
back in decent airline.
Some alcohol
Price
to
days.
calm you down.
to keep you docile.
It's like a $500
You have
ticket,
leg room.
$900
That's about
first
it.
class.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll do it if it's like 3.5 hours.
Right.
That's the thing.
That's what
But
I'm
now,
saying. That's what I was
tickets be
expecting.
crazy.
Not 7.
Right.
No, they're
1,700 is
100
pretty
On
ridiculous.
top of
again-
what I already paid,
but
which is
again-
almost $500.
American.
That's
They're
ridiculoso. Also, the only other good thing about domestic first class, in my experience, whenever it's happened, is you get upgraded or whatever, is meals. If it's over a certain length.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's got to be like 2.5
Just get
hours, something
Like,
like that.
you know,
Which
if
is
you're to
not a
Cali or
lot.
something like that.
They like to connect on shorter little jaunts.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's the only other thing. Not $1,700 worth of
17
meat
again.
on
On
that.
top of 500. I was
Right.
like, what? I'm good.
I better see some gold flaked champagne and caviar,
said
which I've never
that.
had. Have you had caviar before? Anybody?
No.
Is it tasty? Is it good? Is it? I've heard it's
don't
just like little
remember.
salty explosions.
Yeah, I blew up.
Yeah, you're.
Don't do it. Don't know what's in
Sir,
it.
are there
Sir, do you have any lithium batteries?
Caviar. I don't know.
I was just chomping on these batteries the whole time.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
No, I only did it because I wanted to sit next to my friend who got the free upgrade, and they're like, my seat right next to me is open. Like, see if you can get it. I was like, you know what? I'll do it. It was packed. It was a
Wait,
good
did you
time.
do it?
No.
Okay, thank
Yeah, I
you.
was gonna say.
No.
I was
You
just, hey,
looked. That's-
I
that's how
looked.
it's
I went
crazy.
through mad
Right, it's
comms.
crazy,
It took
dude.
2 hours
It's
to
hard
get
not
to a
to- like, if-
representative.
There's no way.
if your friend didn't understand you not doing that.
No,
Well, I was gonna say,
but now
like,
the joke is I call him first class and he calls me 1738. So
Because that was the row you
that
were in.
was the row. It was
far
very
it's like a
far,
late
all
Miss
the way
thing,
in the
like,
back of the
how are you, 24601?
Yo, did you know they have a fighting game? A Les Miserables is what I call it, but that's not how you say it.
Les Miserables.
Thank you. Les Miserables. There's a fighting game.
Miserables.
Jean Valjean.
It's just about Jean Valjean
and like
fighting that
all
one
of the
dude, Russell
characters in
Crowe.
that musical are just in a fighting game, and it's hilarious because like the moves are like dramatic and rebellious, and you're like, I can't believe this is real. I can't believe someone sat down and said, let me take a musical about a French Revolution, not the, because it's very confusing.
Multiple.
Yeah, there's a lot of
There's
them.
multiple,
Yeah.
Right.
and the one we know is not
They
the one
rebel.
that one's based off of. They do rebel all the time.
They're doing it like right now.
The
Right?
French stay doing that. Honestly, inspirations. I'm trying to get
really.
like them.
You should-
Well, if you stop, Matt, you lose momentum.
That's
you
true.
see,
There it
you
is.
got to
You don't
keep the
wanna-
revolution
There it
alive,
is,
keep
there
it
it is.
going.
It never ends.
As soon as you stop, you start to rest on your laurels.
I don't know, you want to get like burned out of revolution.
Well,
right?
that's why you pass it on to the next generation.
Clearly, America did. We only had one. So.
That's true. We did the one where we're like, it's enough.
Upon a successful
Repeat.
revolution, the revolutionees then turn
Right.
and say, now here's how you do it to us.
Right. Here's our spots.
Do you think that's to get this going?
Here's the book. Don't
Right,
worry.
We understand it's going to take you a couple of years to get this going, so we'll do our thing. We just revolted against.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you do your thing. But
Yeah.
here's some basics.
We've got dibs, but here's how you get started.
Here's how,
always a
here's how
back
you
and
out
Yeah,
us.
we got
Right,
the,
right,
the
right.
easy mode for you.
Like,
We've laid the groundwork.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're gonna want to go over this place to start
Oh
for
my
sure.
God.
That's
Here's the
fine.
parameters, you know.
Billy's Revolution Warehouse. That's
sure
where we
you
got
have
to
it.
This revolution warehouse.
Sure you have
We've
to
been through many revolutions. We make it so easy for you. We've even got a guide.
Here you go. Complimentary firebomb right here.
But look, I'm saying the French, they be doing it and stuff happens.
They do.
So
They fucking get some
changes
shit
be
done.
made. So I'm taking notes. All right, I'm about to make this rule book.
Who's gonna be our Joan of Arc?
Not
I don't know. I don't know enough
want
about
that?
history.
I don't know if any
She
of
got
us
burned
want
up.
That's why I said, not me, because I
Got
don't
some
think she
things
would.
accomplished though.
What? to the
Unfortunate
ripe old
ending.
ripe old age of 19. I think.
It was prime. It was 19.
Like, I think
Damn, dude.
her
she was gonna get married off.
It was like 16 to 19 was her
She peaked.
like Joan of Arc's
I thought you were
crusade.
gonna say Joan of Parks and Recreation.
No, I just flubbed a little bit.
Joan's in charge of permits. You understand?
She was like, this guy's gonna be king.
Yep. The one who
like,
got killed by
nice.
her own people.
And then they were like, nice. Now go over here. And she's like, I got this. And then they were like, we'll burn you up.
Witch!
Yeah.
Heresy!
We did one of.
Burn the witch!
We had one of.
Happened a
We
lot
had one
back
of
in the day.
those too. Massachusetts had it cornered. Salem.
Yeah. Did a lot of
It's
that.
like we have who? Witches, yeah.
Yeah,
Past, man, the
tons of
past
them.
Yeah,
sucks.
you're a witch.
Well,
He
no.
questions witches. You're
Witch.
like the
Oh,
trial.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, if
That
you
was the
crack
thing.
open
That was the
topic-
thing. It was like the trial was like, so you're dead.
Right.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Literally.
So if you
If
had
you went to trial,
Enter
you were
the arena.
dead.
Right.
It's
You're
like,
done.
So we kill you.
It's a
or
shame
you
that
say
never
you're
felt
a
like
witch and we
combat.
kill
You might have been able to get out.
Right, right.
There's no in between. So
It's
Now
like-
the trial begins.
you-
We're gonna squish you under this rock.
the trial begins.
We just like we're gonna put you under this
Heresy!
board and
Dude.
just put rocks on top of you and press you.
They were
Right,
just,
because if you're a witch, you'll make it out and you'll be fine. But then we'll kill you.
Right.
But if you
I
die, you
never-
were
I
innocent.
You just
never
get pressed.
understood
Yeah, whoopsie.
that. They were like, we're gonna
people are
prove
fucking
they did that
stupid.
all
the
the
trial
It's
was
extremism.
death.
It's-
Death to prove that you are a witch,
They were-
and if you're not, you're dead.
Well,
and
but
if
hey-
you are,
Yeah, but
we'll
then-
kill
but
you
then
again.
you're
You went to heaven,
But
though.
yeah,
if
you're
you were
proved
a witch.
innocent in
Yeah.
your death.
In your death, you were proved
Hey,
innocent.
hey, we take solace in the fact.
Hey,
Pour one out for the
we're
witches
sorry.
that drown.
We're
Pour one
sorry.
out.
Called that one wrong. Picked a bouquet of whoopsie daisies on that one. It's okay. It's all right.
bouquet of whoopsie daisies.
It's fine.
Well, the trial was really just a heckling session.
It really, yeah.
Like,
It's
we
just-
were
I mean,
really-
that's-
we had some
you know.
grievances with this witch.
Right.
And
I needed
then,
to
as
air
it
them
turns
out,
out,
okay?
wasn't a witch, but
That's the original Jerry Springer.
That's the
Oh
that's
my
like the
God.
entire synopsis and like setup to the Netflix Castlevania series.
yeah, pretty
They
much.
come into like you. And she's like, I'm a scientist. They're like, books?
Witch!
Books? Burn this woman! And she's like,
Medicine?
guys, I'm Dracula's wife. I don't recommend this. He's like, witch,
It's not smart.
You threaten us, witch, burn! And then they burn her up.
Fire! And then they
there's, like-
all
And then
die.
they're horrifically
There's like
murdered.
literal witches that are helping people
Like
later. and they're
actually,
just like,
yeah.
Yeah, no, they're cool. Though.
Yeah, she's just
Don't worry about
like
them.
she's got one of those
Science
little
woman, though.
centrifuge things like spinning, and they're like ah, because it's just going like that. It's literally
Centrifugal force.
ah.
It's beginning to
Like
separate.
the first 5 minutes.
Oh my
of
God,
Pennsylvania.
oil and water. Whoa.
How did you do that? Yeah.
I just love they used to throw people in like a river and be like, if they don't drown,
Right.
they're a witch.
They're away.
Can
Well, the witch will fly up.
you guys ever heard of swimming? It's crazy.
What did you just say,
just,
witch?
Just gonna flap your arms around.
Did you hear? Have you heard about buoyancy?
Wow.
These are all concepts.
They
that
only
threaten
came
my
over here on a
intelligence.
boat.
I think-
Probably
Like shit.
You should know, right?
Yeah, they heard of buoyancy? Fuck no.
I'm sure they used it.
Boats were a pretty big deal for a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
They-
They,
they-
were
I'm
just
the
saying, like-
airplanes of the olden days.
I'm just saying the olden days for like
You
100
want
million
first class in the
years.
boat trip.
Yes.
You know what
Like,
I'm
you really
saying?
They
do.
That's
were.
the top 10.
But I'm just
That
saying,
was- hey.
they were the only anything. You got boats for like 10 million years, and then like planes and cars and all that shit
Yeah.
for like 100 years.
Michael, you're saying a lot of
Yeah.
nice things. I'm caught in the past.
fine.
I need to underscore this with a nice bold font. Boats were the planes of the past.
No, she's
I'm
right.
stuck
They
on it.
were.
You're so correct.
She's
I've
right.
never thought about
And I'm
it in
just
better
saying,
terms.
and I'm just saying, I'm just
Just got me
saying,
dying.
give credit to boats here. It wasn't
Right.
like,
No,
it wasn't like how
absolutely.
far apart were the car and the plane?
they've had
a
boats
fucking
for-
stone's throw.
Right.
Right.
A boat?
Crazy.
Well, and that's,
Fucking like
Eons.
Noah's on a
Eons.
boat.
It's a
A
big,
big ass boat.
it's an island of
Biblical.
innovation. A boat.
playing like
It's biblical.
It's biblical.
What's up? What's up, dog?
13,000
BC.
BC, yeah.
Before sea.
before Christmas.
That's-
No, before
So
the
long.
ocean. Yeah.
Oh
dude.
right,
Dude,
Croatians.
It's also crazy because like I'm playing Assassin's Creed, and every time it
Not
goes
wrong.
further back in time, I'm like, how are boats still here?
Still boat.
Bro,
Why- these-
wood
It's
fucking
more advanced boat
floats.
shit.
It's first
Don't
grade,
worry about it. I
Patrick.
saw you looking. Don't get
Coming
distracted.
back. You thought it went far? It's
It's
back.
back.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. I think boats are debatably older, even because I mean, it has yet to be proven. But there's like,
It's debatable.
it's debatable. Let that hang. Like like one of the things that people talk about is like of the Europeans who first made it to this North American continent, and people start talking about Vikings, and there's evidence like they went up through Greenland, Iceland, and Canada, and down into
your dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon. Then the dragons were there. They trained them.
they're
They
still there.
fixed the wings,
Hate
and
that we put all those on trial.
Well,
That's a shame.
they were
They're like,
magic. They
You're
had
on
to
trial
go.
for being a dragon. You're a dragon.
But I haven't really looked into this much since I've read about it a few years ago. But there's also been at least theorizing happening with Africans coming over across the sea as well to South America, and trying to see how like cultures from Africa and South America have shared heritage and shared things. Not like. I mean, people are always curious about like pyramids being all across the
Right,
world.
right.
But there's other more nuanced elements that I'm not currently well informed on. But like, I find that really fascinating. Like the history is, man, as a kid, like history to me was going to a museum and watching my dad read the placards and me
Right,
going,
right.
I
Oh,
saw the
yeah.
thing, I'd like to see
Right.
another thing. But man, history is so fascinating. Just like how everything got to where it is now. And like, I mean, we talk about Salem and that's like in our backyard.
Right.
History is wild like
Yeah.
I mean,
that.
someone from the
No.
Northeast, literally our backyard. Like,
Well, true. Yeah, also that. Physically and time-wise.
Trevor, what's more believable? That people traveled and made these pyramids or aliens?
Go ahead. I knew,
Well,
I knew you were gonna go
come
there.
on.
Both.
Come on.
You blew this
It's
case
okay.
wide open.
It's all right. So
could
crazy.
be both.
Zip in and
You
zip
know,
out.
But
Ancient
my
astronaut
point-
theories predict.
Could be zip
True.
in, zip
Right. You know,
out.
They're
algebra
coming
is
back.
so crazy. You know, they have hieroglyphics, can't make pyramids. Pissed about that.
What's going on?
Yeah, it was okay.
I don't
I'm
know
real
what. I
pissed
don't know
about
which
these
one BK's mad about.
I want to
Aliens or
unpackage
not
all of
aliens?
it.
But no, I'm mad about the aliens.
That you think you're mad that people think aliens did it?
They think that they think that the knowledge, like we couldn't have come up with that
Right.
knowledge. That like it had to
I don't know,
be
BK, we can't
divinely presented
We
to
Right.
can't
us
just
from
talk
beings
about
from
a bunch of
beyond.
people throwing people in a river and being like, dude, if they get out of there, they're a witch.
We do look at the past
These
and
are
go,
the people that built the pyramids.
Yeah, I just want to think
Yeah,
about.
but I'm being honest,
just
some
think about
people were
which
smarter
people
than
those were.
others.
Take a minute.
That's
Take
fair.
a second.
Some people had their shit together. Some empires knew what they were doing.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
what I'm
Absolutely.
just saying.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
like you look at the past and you
I'm not comparing Salem to like Rome.
No.
You know what I mean?
shouldn't.
Get out!
And then it fell in a
You know what's
day.
crazy?
Rome had a great place for the trials.
If
the
you're fucking
Colosseum.
sucking grapes, having orgies, drinking wine, you're doing
Which
something.
fine.
Right.
Are you not
elevated.
You know,
enchanted?
when the biggest like fucking,
Whichever one of you
when
lives
the, like
is a
the
witch.
biggest fattest
Dies.
dude is like the most sought after.
Right,
He's
right.
like, I'm the lord of the madness.
For sure.
That's the time to live it. You know what I mean? He's like, everyone is envious of my status. And everyone's like, I'm envious of his status.
God, he's got
so
such
many,
good status.
So many grapes.
Look at those
grapes.
Give me the grapes. I need the grapes.
There was a whole thing in ancient
Man,
Rome
I
that
was hating
like
grapes back then.
Oh no, that's.
What do I do?
I'm gonna be honest. I would actually hate it. I fucking hate wine. I would. It's the worst time
man.
ever to be alive.
they're probably like, what is this? What is this sour thing? This isn't even fermented yet.
Right.
This doesn't give me a buzz.
Do you have like maybe like some sort of sweetie merlot, some sort of like a blackberry
Sangria. I need to know, like.
Is there an Olive Garden nearby? I could drink their wine.
I'm really just looking for a family.
I'm just looking for company because when you're here, dude, ancient Romans, their sign of wealth was maybe chucking grapes down each other's gullets, but also just putting fountains in their foyer.
Yeah.
Just dumping
They're
water
like, look
everywhere.
at water.
Look, free water.
Flowing water.
Now I'll
Aqueducts.
Like, look at this aqua.
The necessity of life that I've wasted. That's my wealth.
I mean,
Spoiled it.
it falls from the sky.
Spoiled it.
I'm gonna just
Soil.
quote this someone in the chat. This is more or less, I think, what's accurate. I'm not saying it is. Someone said, fuck. It just
Did it
scrolled
just
down.
scroll?
Well, it was just basically saying that, like, the whole thing of, like, who built them is that, like, you know, history says basically the tools they would have needed to do that didn't exist yet. How the fuck did they do it? That's the big, like,
Yes.
in order to move these blocks, do this.
Let me tell you about the
that's-
movie Prince of Egypt.
I think that's the biggest thing of, like, you can't explain it. I'm certainly willing to believe.
I was watching
I'm sure they figured
This
it out.
morning, I was
You know what I
watching
mean?
clips
Like,
from that
Let
show.
me tell you about the backs of
it's
many
there.
people.
Right. No, but I get the point of, like, it's impossible. There's
Right, right.
I bet they did something we didn't figure.
Right.
Yeah, we're not.
We haven't gone,
The problem is,
Right.
We haven't tried to do
there's
it.
a lot of shit that happened in the whole world before us.
Yeah.
I'm just, while also totally believe in aliens,
Right,
I just
no,
don't
for
think,
sure.
like, I have to know right now and it's got to be explained. I'm just like, shit's wild.
No, they're there.
Yep.
Like the idea that like we're so like it's so like I feel like self-centered to think that we're
Oh, yeah.
like the only accident of intelligent life,
Yeah.
whether or not you believe it's intentional or not. But like I was like the odds and the infinite possibilities
Yep.
and all the realms of all the eons. I was like, ain't no way we the only people that got like language and
Right.
like
Yeah.
societies. There's got to be out there somewhere.
I definitely think that like all those games where you know the regular people just happen to stumble upon something and now they're uplifted into this
Right.
alien society.
You know,
I think
Pleiadians.
I think there's a fair chance we might eventually end up like that. where
Yeah, soon. I think it's in the
We
future.
we
haven't
go
been there
just
yet.
a little bit further on Mars and there's like, oh, there's the traveler.
Yeah. I'm just thinking,
We are locked in for a bad time.
Yeah, for sure.
in the day we live in now of like electronics, I feel like every modern like insane invention is damn near always tied to like some sort of electronic. This is the world we live in. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
yeah, I get
like
what
some
you mean.
new invention or whatever. When you think of like the pyramids and shit, I'm just like, man, I imagine like the smartest person there going like, holy fuck, I just reinvented rocks.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean? Like,
my guy Imhotep,
you know what I mean? Like,
same
there had to
way.
be geniuses. I'm just like, but they didn't have a computer.
It's mathematics.
But I mean, that was a lot of food, right? That's how
Right.
like most food guys, some fucking
Yeah.
genius was
Yeah.
like, what if I take this shit and I leave it out in the sun for 2 hours? This all make cold.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I'll combine it all. And I made a pie. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I just like, there had to be some crazy shit going on.
Oh, yeah, they
like,
had
building
to.
all these cities and shit.
There's
no,
definitely-
no machinery.
There's
you know?
definitely
Yeah,
a few
no, for
times.
real.
I can't even
Yeah.
imagine.
There's gonna be a few times where it's
If only
like
there were like books. That
they
told me how it was.
they left something out for a while and they're like, hey Frank, eat that.
Yeah, anyway.
I'll give you 5 rocks.
I
if
give you
if
5 stones,
5 rocks.
Wait,
5 shells.
you talking about those shiny ones though?
Yeah, they're real shiny. And then like he eats it and he's like, that's pretty good. And then like 3 days later, he's like, he didn't die. I guess we
Right.
start selling, 4-week-old meat. You know?
How many early days men just ate rocks? And like,
Probably not.
Guys,
Probably not a lot.
this stuff is not edible.
If you're to the point
then
where
so-
you're thinking for yourself to make the
Babies
decision to
don't eat
eat the
rocks.
rocks,
Someone's
you're not.
someone's gnawing on a tree.
Yeah.
Hey,
A tree is more edible than a rock.
As I said, grass. Like literally, I would sooner eat grass than try to figure out what do these stones do? They hurt my feet. Maybe they won't hurt my mouth. Like,
gnawing on a
Yeah,
bark.
just like-
You're like, I am not sated.
yeah.
This is
People be
not
gnawing on
good.
bark for
Not great.
cleaning their teeth, though. That's like a whole thing. I was
Ooh,
like,
that's
how
true.
do you figure that out? I can't even comprehend milk.
Right.
Like the
Yeah.
first, but the first
I don't want to
person-
comprehend though.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I feel like that's a
Right.
good.
That's it,
That's a
the
good
first
mystery.
person-
It shows up in a thing at the grocery store, and who knows where
That's
it
what I'm
comes from.
saying.
Was-
Like I can't.
Well, that was in Portals. That the first person to ever drink milk was very, very thirsty.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
it. There's no way they would just
no
be
way.
like, yeah, I'm gonna tap that. You know, we'll
I mean,
get a
look,
little bit
you
out of
know,
there.
parched-
Yeah, no,
Blow
he does. He
yourself
has to
underneath
say it
their
like
You,
that.
butter.
you open the milk tap.
And you tap it. Let me ask you.
Lick, lick.
Whoa.
The
You
flick.
flicked Dr. Pepper out of Matt.
If teleportation was invented in our lifetime,
Okay.
would you use it?
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
I feel like I would too.
Why not?
Now
Kidding me?
it sounds like an easy one. Now let me take you to Star Trek, right? How does the device work, right? Does it beam your protons across the
Particles.
galaxy instantly? Like, no, that's physically impossible. Does it use a wormhole? I don't know. I don't watch the series, but or does it
Well,
decode
when you put it that way.
or does it
Decode you?
or does
Are
it
we in the Matrix?
decode you down to like, okay, this is what this person's DNA is. This is how we encoded their memories and whatnot. Does it just melt you and then make a new version of you?
This is the like
Where's the
thing.
context?
Also, I mean, also
Badger and-
Prestige style,
Badger and Skinny
where it
Pete thought
rebuilds
about
you
this.
DNA, memories, and all. Sorry, what?
Yeah, Badger and Skinny Pete thought about this. That it like just kills you, and then it's
Yeah.
got your entirety. Of
Right,
your
and so
essence over there.
you then go, oh, I have all my memories. I must be me. But actually, when you're like, beam me up, Scotty, you're like, oh my god, and then you die, and then somewhere else, some other flesh puppet that has your memories shows
I
up and
think
goes,
it-
I am me,
I
and
think
that
it-
didn't hurt.
really depends if I
Nice
feel
to
the
that
death. You know, if I don't feel the
do that
death, I'd probably be like,
But you consciously now wouldn't exist. Somebody else would be having that memory of this, so
Fuck
they would think they're cool, but you're done.
Have you watched Black
fuck
Mirror?
it. I want to. I
yeah,
want
but
to be over there
They're
now.
gonna come right back. and
Right,
so on and
right,
so
right.
forth. It's just how the world's going. You just die, teleport, move on.
teleport.
Stop overthinking.
Move on.
Okay.
Now,
Shut up
Now-
and give it to me.
Okay, fine.
Okay, any version of me is gonna get there.
Right, right.
any
I'll
version
be
of you
happy.
is-
Doesn't have to be this
Dude,
version.
I would use it for dumb shit too. Like, man, that's all the way over there.
what if the machine
It's like 20
malfunctions
feet.
and you
Death.
do get sent, but you stay here? And so now there's two of you, and there can be only one.
Well,
and
then-
now you've
then
got some
we both
Highlander
sue the
shit.
company.
and then
Right.
Rich.
I
And
want
then-
to
and then we
live once.
make a
What's
buddy
left
show.
twice?
It sounds
be
like
awesome.
an episode
It's
of Rick and
only-
Morty.
which
Dude,
of you
dude.
like drains the bank account?
Here's the
and
problem.
runs?
Right.
Here's the problem with that whole like
Other
accidental
one might do
clone
that.
thing.
Right.
He's
Gotta
wily.
be faster.
Yeah.
The whole like accidental clone, like,
I'd
oh no,
love
there's
to.
two of us, one life thing. It's always a problem because they don't come out and go, oh shit, there's two of us.
Right,
But they
right,
could.
right.
Oh
And
shit!
they go, yo, you fucked up. Someone cloned me. Time to fucking take care of my clone. I'm the clone. No, I'm the clone. It's me. Give me the lawsuit. You made me. I'm just saying. You know?
All right.
You
If-
living on
if-
that.
if it
Oh, what do you do
was-
for a living? I was actually cloned and I live off the settlement.
Independent clone
So
tried to
I'm-
teleport.
I'm good.
The clone lawyer comes in. Okay,
Right.
so here's what we're gonna do now. You're gonna be the main clone. You're not the real clone. I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
Here's what's
But I
gonna
have all my memories. I remember all of it.
I thought I was the one. Well, listen, I'm sorry, but witnesses say they saw you form after
Yeah,
this one.
and
so, unfortunately, we're gonna have to broker a
Unfortunately,
settlement.
oh gosh, yeah, you're the clone. It's the main one that's got the
Yeah.
insurance. You're fucked
You're
in a lot of ways.
Also, here, sign this non-disparagement agreement as well as an NDA.
Oh, okay. Okay, another hypothetical then.
Bad move.
Teleportation is on the line. Humankind can have this thing. There's no downsides. It's going to work exactly like we want it. There's no cloning. There's no worries. There's no pain. Maybe. Now, the hypothetical is it needs a test subject to make it happen. We need to go to human trials. Do any of you opt to be the first person?
Hell no. I have a family.
And if you don't do it,
child.
and if you don't do it, teleportation doesn't exist for the rest of
Oh,
humankind.
well then no. I don't give a shit. Somebody else will. Somebody will run
Somebody-
past
right.
me and
Has
shove
to
me
be
out of the way.
you.
He's right. Someone else.
Somebody
will do it.
sprints
Matt
in, you're like,
Drag will
get out
push
the
me out
way,
of
and
the
then
way.
dive in.
I'll fucking find out.
Dive in and then die.
Yeah,
Sweet, sign me up.
living the life of a parent, unfortunately, don't have the choice
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
to risk my well-being.
Well, now they'll never get to teleport.
Dude,
We'll figure it out. They can jump through.
I'll
They
either
can jump
be
through when
gone
they're
or
grown
my
up.
cat and I will be teleporting wherever. Who cares?
Together, you're
I
gonna
like
get
the idea that-
merged like
I like the
Jeff
idea that
Goldblum
Matt-
into Fly.
Matt, it's on one hand, like I wouldn't leave you behind, but also like if I die, you're dying too. I'm taking my cat with me.
Oh my God.
Like if this goes irreparably
Well-
wong, you're coming with
Like,
me.
I don't want to be teleported to
either
wherever
that,
by
Michael,
myself.
she's gonna be dead in the house. Like,
I mean, you know,
I'm gone,
I don't know.
right?
Matt can leave a note. Hey guys, I'm testing the teleporter. If I don't come back, take care of my cat.
you know,
Nah, I'll just take it
Casey
with
could.
Ah!
Yeah, Casey.
Comes out the other side as a mangled mess of flesh. And all right, let's go. Just flesh.
Probably should have brought two things in here, huh? Yeah. Yeah, Casey could have fed her.
Could have. It doesn't happen.
Could have.
Oh no.
You teleport
Already,
with the
already
cat.
committed.
Good luck, Casey. I'll take the cat.
I just get
She'd
like,
probably be like, thank God, that's off my plate.
Anyway.
I just get worried. Like, I feel like if we had teleportation, like, I gotta know like the scale. Like, is it easiest?
Dude,
Is there first class teleportation?
Right,
is there,
right,
Is
I
there
do.
row 17
Do I take out my
38?
lithium
Yeah.
batteries?
Here's
Like,
the-
I need to
Yeah.
know, okay? Like,
You might
Right,
actually
like-
take out the lithium batteries.
Right,
it seems like
right,
it might cost
like-
something, you know?
Obviously, as the thing everybody wants, it'd be the worst, right?
That's what I'm
It would
saying.
be the end.
like,
Oh,
to
yeah.
Matt's
Everywhere,
point, I want to
just-
teleport just to my bathroom. Like, what's the
Oh,
scale?
yeah.
Is it like a lawn span teleportation?
Right.
Is there short?
No, it's
term
got to be like
teleportation?
commercial only. We're
Commercial
not.
only?
We can't
Here to
have
the
that.
moon,
No,
like-
it's like replacing travel.
So like
or maybe the
airplanes,
moon.
obsolete,
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Well, there's
But,
private,
like,
there's,
Through
there's
boats, we
personal
don't need
planes.
those. We have teleportation.
And again, they're very rare. Okay,
No,
I'm not
they're
saying it's
flying all over the place.
You can
I'm just
buy a
saying-
Not
helicopter.
private jets. I'm talking about those little Cessnas.
right. I'm still saying, comparing to Matt teleporting in his living room,
Right.
it's quite a small percentage of the overall population.
Sure.
If you're
Right.
talking about walk through a door teleporter, you're looking at like a phone situation where every
Yeah.
single person on the planet is going to have one.
Right, that's
Right.
what I'm
You-
saying.
probably
It
need,
becomes
like, a
obsolete to like travel.
teleport
It's just like the world has changed
Yeah.
instantly.
You're like, let me
It's just
pop
too
back
much
to my
of-
desk.
Oh, it's just
Right.
going to cause all
Got
kinds of
it.
nonsense.
I think-
Why is there 50 people teleporting into my house?
Yeah.
Oh, I pushed the wrong button.
Sorry.
Wrong floor.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, like a
The,
wrong
the
number on
people
the phone.
can't have this.
Teleport.
The
That's my
people
bad.
can't have this.
Dialed the wrong
We don't
coordinates.
deserve
It's
it.
like stuck in a tube
Well,
until
you
they let you
registered
out.
your
Like,
teleportation point as this address, so I'm
Yeah, that's
confused.
the previous owner, you know? And they're like,
It's
yeah, but I
gotta
don't have,
be like
I gotta be here
travel
for a week.
only or something.
man.
We gotta
The fun
really
is
slow
you
roll
definitely
this
have to
thing.
have
Right,
like
right.
a pack.
We're gonna.
like,
It's gonna be a real
yeah.
humanity ender.
Wait, if it's got a receiver, is it like those rabbit ears on the cable? Where it's like, hold on, I got a
Do
fuzzy
like
signal.
This, I can tune in to Canada tonight. You're
coming in all,
some
like-
people from there.
You're coming in all ghostly. I want to make sure you're
I think you gotta
corporeal.
go to like one portal. Like everybody, like there's a dock.
Yeah, but again,
Dock.
you
That
can't
seems
just be
like-
all
Come in, you got
Yeah.
papers, you know, you
Instead
show
of an
up,
airport, we
yeah.
have a teleport. And it's just a bunch of little bays.
Look, I mean that's fine. You know, hey, bring back phone booths. Bring
No,
back
well,
phone
no,
booths.
now
but now
you've
they're
gone too
now they're
far.
teleporting.
Burn the witch.
Wait,
But now they're
burn the witch.
No.
No.
I tried to call my mom
prove-
and I hit the special number that
I'll-
sent me to New York.
I'll prove my
I don't know why I'm
humanity.
talking like this.
Where am I from?
Where am I from? Where am I
It's
going?
like the new season of Doctor Who. Like, what's going on here?
Anyway, we can only dream. Do you think they'll hit anti-aging by the time that we need it?
Not by the time you need it.
I'll be dead the day before.
That'll be a big.
Got it.
I feel like if you're old though, you're at the point of like, do I even take it?
No.
What does that mean?
Fuck it. Like,
What? Isn't that when you want to take it?
Do I even
so.
take it?
Oh,
if you're like close enough to the end where you're
so,
like,
so you're saying like, I'm assuming he's talking about like a reversification.
Yeah, he's talking
You're
about-
talking
You're,
about an
you're
Benjamin
thinking of like a
Button type
stop.
thing?
Yes.
yeah,
You say he doesn't want to stop
would
it.
be, yeah, I wouldn't want to stop
What
it.
he's saying. He
in.
just
So,
wants
so
to
you
let
don't,
it
Right.
you don't want to
happen.
ride the cusp? Do you think there's going to be like edgelords that are like, I'm about to die, and then they take the pill and they're like, I'm staying, and they're just
They're
riding
chasing
the.
that thrill,
They're- yeah, they're like
I don't know,
flatliners, but
Trevor.
they're,
Like high.
we call them the twilighters.
Twilighter?
They ride the flat line. They go in and out, and they're like,
Oh,
I've
that's
seen so
sweet.
many things.
Oh,
I know what comes next, but I won't tell.
It's called the Dante's Inferno.
Just gotta keep
syndrome.
taking this pill.
Yeah.
You're stuck in limbo.
I've been there and back, and I hit every single floor, baby.
I watched
Got all
like
the
a-
collectibles.
I watched a show recently. I can't remember the name. I'm really
too.
pissed about it, but it was about that. Like you would like die,
Mhm.
and you knew what came after. Like it was a whole premise on like the scientist came back from the dead and told them that there was a place after. And so everyone like was shook by that news. And so there's a bunch of like mass suicides because they were like, oh, well, there's something after.
Right.
Why am I here?
I need the
I was
scientific
going to joke about being
evidence.
a Haka show, but then you
No.
got mass suicide. So
Yeah,
that part didn't happen.
Waking me up.
It was crazy. And
That-
like
that
the
part
premise
did
was
not
like
happen.
wild because you're like, I don't know, like.
Is this a
would you
newer
do
show,
that?
or?
Yeah, it was. I was, you know, I'm just like randomly scrolling
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
streaming services, and I'm weird. I
Billion
don't,
shows, man.
I don't pick shows though. I go for movies.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, all right, I want a weird movie, something cerebral at 2 a.m. Sign me up.
Damn, like Donnie Darko hour.
Yes. Absolutely. And I'm watching this, my mind's being blown, and they're like
Yeah.
hooking him up, and they're like, oh, what is it like? And they're like experimenting, literally like eternity edging, where he's like, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So I can like record my experience of being in the thereafter. And then
Yeah.
they're like, quick, jack him in, bring him back.
So it's not Flatliners, right?
No, it's not
I haven't
Flatliners.
finished the
Something
new
new.
one. Well, they did a remake, I guess. and
Ah,
I-
The Discovery, yes.
Oh, nice.
Chat holding it down for me.
The Discovery.
That's
Hell
what
yeah.
it's
I actually
called.
want to check that out.
It's actually pretty interesting.
I watched the newest Flatliners on a plane once, and we landed, and I think it was like a family trip. Went to the family thing, did the thing, and then came back. By the time I got back on the plane, they had removed it from their library. So I'll never know.
No.
I got to the. It was
Never
interesting.
know.
Never.
Impossible.
It's impossible to find out.
Never track it
I
down,
actually been
whatever
flying
what it's
every
called.
weekend with different airlines
Oh,
to,
shit,
to
just to
say,
track it down?
"Hey, United, you got this movie."
That's why all the
United.
prices are going up.
Yeah,
There it
yeah, I've been
is.
buying them all
They're
up.
putting
Damn.
movies on.
I buy the plane. I buy
Whoa.
the seat,
Plane? Holy
and then
shit.
I upgrade. So demand is high.
Crazy.
I've been taking out a lot of loans, high interest loans, and I've got 5 different names. So
They'll never catch me.
don't tell anyone.
not
Don't-
5
Don't-
This isn't live, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds really interesting, though. But yeah, have any of you seen the newest Flatliners? Does it end? Okay, I was very curious if it ended similar to the old one, but anyway, we'll move
I'm
on.
gonna have to find out.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna put it in
Can't
my
tell.
pocket. I'm
I'll
gonna
take
watch
your
that.
apology and thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's been waiting a long time.
I have.
Matthew, have you played Resident Evil 4?
I played a little bit of it. I got to
2023.
Ashley. Yeah, 2023. Yeah. I got to Ashley, and that's about as far as I've been able to get.
I mean, that's like a third of the way, right?
Yeah, it's a distance.
Is that the president's
But-
daughter?
Yeah.
That's the
Has she been
president's daughter.
kidnapped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
that's
got
the
taken.
whole thing.
It's up to us.
I mean,
It's up to one man.
That's a good
really,
movie.
you-
Took it.
like,
Yeah.
they kind of already have her.
Oh, they already have.
they-
Oh,
they've
yeah.
had her
That's,
for a
the
while.
game starts and it goes, she's over there.
Yeah. Like, they find her pretty. I feel like you're in the game.
I'm in the game.
Hunnigan looks a lot like you. In this
Okay.
game.
100%.
Yeah. Like, I
He's
literally.
100%.
Look it up. That's a
Here's,
good.
I
wanna
saw
see
it.
this.
I saw as soon as when I saw Hunnigan, I went, oh, that looks like that looks like BK. Like, she
Yeah,
reminds me
I
of
literally
BK.
said, I was like, yo, it's,
and I
it's
forgot to
business
mention
BK
it. It's
right
business
there.
BK.
It is business
it's
BK.
Hey.
Yeah, like,
Hold on.
you have a free cosplay.
Okay.
It's
Right, right. Let me get the glasses.
No, you could easily do it.
Okay.
You could do it. That was
Money.
that. I
Money.
also thought that.
Yeah,
Funny
it
you
was
said
just
that.
immediate. I was like, oh, that's BK right there, just staring at me.
The internet is very kind with this character.
That's
What does that mean?
also true.
Got it. It was the look that said it all.
Ah,
We didn't have
Hoverboard
books and
34.
written language in the old and ancient days. They just had looks like that. They just went, and I went,
Yep.
say
Yep.
less.
It's really good though.
It's good.
Yeah, I
it's,
liked
it's
it.
a lot less bloated,
It is.
right?
It's also
they cut out stuff, but I'm totally fine with like all the shit they cut out. They just trimmed a lot of fat.
Was it? Yeah. Was it just like extra stuff that had nothing to do with the story?
No, I
or
mean,
extra
filler.
encounters?
It wasn't really filler, but the game's fucking long. The
Yeah,
original game
it
is
is.
like, it's probably too long for people who are like, oh, I guess I'll pick this one up. Like, I could see, as long as this one already was, if they included everything, I could see people being like, all right, holy shit. Like
come
this is
on.
too long.
it's also kind of cool because like they have got some stuff that's done differently in
Mhm.
this, but I remember it vividly from the original one, and like you come in it from a completely different angle in the remake of it, where it's like you remember like the factory thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, you come in from the back way. And
Are you talking about
Back
the part
way.
where you get the sniper?
yeah, when
Yeah.
you get like sniper and all. I'm like,
There's like areas that there's a lot of sections they straight up just like remake, like it's the same. It's
mhm.
re-envisioned,
Like one
but
to
like,
one, but
but
like.
yeah, it'll be like there's the door here, there's the thing there,
Right.
there's that there, but it looks very different.
Mhm.
But there's one specific section where it's pretty much identical, but you come through it completely in the
you
opposite
didn't
direction.
know. So you like
You
come
get
in
there,
like,
well, it's kind of
what?
disorienting.
Like-
yeah, 'cause
exactly,
even areas
right.
that are 1 for 1, it's very hard to tell sometimes.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
it's completely different. And you're like, oh, fuck, this is the so-and-so. And then you're looking and you're going, wait, why am I down here?
That's exactly. I was
Why
like,
the fuck am I down here?
oh, this is the end of this part.
Yeah.
What? This doesn't make any
It's really
sense.
cool for people who've played the original.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You wouldn't notice it. I mean, there's no way of
No,
knowing that if you didn't
if
play
you
the
had.
original. But I will say for anybody, if you're gonna ask, 1,000%. Should I play the first? No, just play this one.
Yeah, I asked you that earlier
It's
today.
It's not worth it. You're just gonna probably not like it or
Yeah, like,
or
if
if you
you
really
get
like it, go play
exhausted
it
by
later.
that and not
Yeah.
do the.
Just play the
Yeah.
Play the new one
If
and
you're
then
it's a
super
great
jonesing, play the old one.
If you really wanted to like jump in Resident Evil, I mean, it sucks that there's no new version of the original. Because even the remake is
Yeah.
good, but it's still
It's
tank
still the
controls.
original.
It's still like, well, they have both, but if you use the joystick, it's like wonky because it was built for tank controls.
It's
But-
also like you can't really aim super well in that.
Well, it's auto aim. You just have to aim
yeah.
and like lock on.
Yeah.
I always feel weird with it because I'm like, I think I'm pointing in that direction and then
It's very
shooting
clear.
Oh, well, you
around, like, 4
specifically.
times.
Well, again,
Okay.
the way to hit them in that game is specifically point away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they're down the hallway and you're aiming down the hallway, you have no idea. If you're aiming at a wall and you go like this, then you know you're aiming at them.
Yeah.
So it's like I can see
the
people.
snap.
I'm
Aim first, then
not
go-
gonna
yeah,
send
yeah.
someone in 2023 back to play that game if
Yeah.
they've never played it. But you can start with 2, the remake. Like 2, 3, it's not as good, but it's still a good game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then 4, the newest one, and 7 and 8.
I was gonna say, so do
Yeah.
you think they're gonna do 5? Because that's like my favorite one.
I mean, I imagine they're gonna do all of them.
They're like, oh, they have
gotta
models for Chris. They're
gotta
gonna
the
do
first one.
5.
Interesting.
I feel like they do.
They got to do the first one
Right.
because I mean the
I
first
would
one.
love for the personally. I haven't really played Resident Evil, and I mean it seems right up my alley story wise.
Yeah.
I would love to start from the. Also, question before you continue: do these stories connect other than the characters stitching through them, or are they kind of like
Okay.
bespoke?
They all.
Or
Yeah,
like
They're in a
Yeah.
They can-
interesting.
Unfortunately.
So should you start then with the
Oh,
first one
I
if you
would.
really want to?
Or-
Well, the thing
live
about
that
it is though,
world.
I think that, I don't know the newer ones. I assume are like a different canon
Yeah.
I don't know
because I mean you can't have both.
Oh well, I guess.
4s exist. One of them
Yeah.
has to be canon and one has to not be. I'm assuming
I
Are there
would-
changes that big to make
There's
them-
some changes.
There are. Yeah.
Like
I would
people live,
assume-
people die.
Not really
kinda-
like that, but just
Is it lore stuff?
I would assume
Lore
like
stuff.
the
Okay.
Lore stuff.
the 2 and 3.
like all the
remakes.
Krauser shit's completely different.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know if you got that.
I haven't gotten that. Far. I heard.
It's
about
just
it,
like, oh, weird. It's just subtly different. But it would change if not that it matters. The thing about it is like, Off Topic is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. We're always growing and changing, so getting to know ourselves is a lifelong process. And for a lot of folks, going to therapy can help them deepen their awareness and understanding of themselves. Because sometimes it's hard to know what we want or why we react a certain way sometimes. But it can really help to talk through our thoughts and emotions during these moments to learn more about what's going on. BetterHelp can connect you with a licensed therapist who can help you through that process of self-discovery. BetterHelp is entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a questionnaire, and then BetterHelp uses that to match you with a licensed therapist. And if that first person isn't the right match for you, you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. It's all part of the process. Discover your potential and start your self-discovery process with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/offtopic today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/offtopic. Is it canon? Is a thing of like, technically this is different, but also they'll probably never mention this ever again, so they really don't have to do anything.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
It could be like the
There's no
original
major
story.
shit like Leon's
Right.
dead and now he's
Right,
alive.
right,
Like,
right.
that stuff doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
but pretty much all of it is like inconsequential if it's different.
Correct.
Right.
But-
Like it's like within the isolated game
Exactly,
story rather than
exactly.
like the overall
Pretty much.
series.
The same
Gotcha.
shit,
Yeah,
beginning to end, same shit happens.
Right.
There's
he goes
like
to get her
stuff-
and he comes back and the bad
Okay.
guy's dead. And-
Yeah, there's like stuff in 5 that talks about like the
Yes.
the flowers that had like
I know what
virus
you're talking
or
about.
whatever.
Flowers.
Yeah,
And I
that's-
also just played Revelations, which I
Yeah.
didn't know was like a prequel to like the whole series. So I was like, what?
and there's
Yeah,
also
start with that one.
there's also stuff in 8 where it's like, oh yeah, this guy he found the flowers and this guy found the plaga or whatever, and we got mold. Over
And then the
here.
movie.
Because they have to combine everything. Because
Like-
the game started out like we made a virus,
Mm.
and it's gone up, and then it all the way came back to 8. 8 was literally like I found this plant. And they use that plant to make the virus.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's
And,
how they
like,
tied in
They
Right.
gave,
old
they
monsters
gave
to
the plant to
zombies.
Spencer, yeah. and
Right.
He
It
went
literally
over
like
to
50
America.
years
Spencer
later.
was alive for way too long. That man.
Well, because he was sucking flour.
Oh,
He was sucking flour.
He was sucking the
dude.
flower
Yeah,
down. I
that they
forgot
just
about
mentioned
it.
in the last movie.
Well, it's
Right,
legal.
right.
So,
And then,
you know.
then
So yes,
Wesker
they are
was like,
connected in a
whatever,
very,
I'll
very
take this.
convoluted, not
Interesting.
any way.
It's like
Yeah.
on.
I'll listen to a
something
video
different.
essay as
It's
I
not
do.
that
Yeah.
good.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
what-
I like it.
I like
Come
it.
on.
I like it, but it's not like,
it
oh,
stretchy?
it's so well done.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little
It's
loosey.
that meets while at the same time the game ebbs and flows because it does go through changes.
Yep.
Like right now it's back on the more serious tone.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 started getting wonky. 6 was fucking stupid.
Well, when they had the
people are
giraffe
punching,
sucking itself, I
punching
thought
boulders
it was a
and shit.
comedy.
It kind of goes
Iconic,
all
though.
over the
Iconic.
place.
Yes.
And it's crazy that it's all still the
became,
same
like,
universe.
a full action game at a certain
But it was kind of did like the Fast and Furious shit.
It pulled
Yeah.
a, like, you know how, like, the first Alien movie is
Yeah.
like, very serious
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
spooky, and you know how Aliens is like, yo, James Cameron, what's up? Blah,
See,
blah,
but
blah,
even
blow stuff up.
Aliens,
It's like that. in a sense.
Aliens
okay.
was like 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
It started going
Right.
to like Alien
Right.
Resurrection and like
Yeah,
the ones
yeah.
no
Do you
one
get what I'm saying?
got
The
it, got it.
progression
Yeah,
of it.
where it
Yeah,
starts
I
to
was
get
like,
very
yeah, yeah.
Seven
Alien
pulled
3,
it back a
yep.
little
Is it then?
Seven definitely pulled it back.
Is it akin to then maybe in my ignorance like Zelda, where it's a very convoluted timeline and there are timelines and they are
Not
stitched
really.
together, but
not
they
really.
aren't really
because
that.
Zelda, you really got to be Matt to try and connect
Yeah,
them.
Right.
It's basically
you gotta
like,
really
here's one
hunt,
game.
and it's
Here's the second game.
always
Or
great.
or you get a game where you go, guys, this is the second one, like Breath of the Wild 2.
Right, right.
That's it. The next one will come out, and it will not
Yeah.
mention Breath of the Wild. So
For-
it's a lot easier because in my world they're not connected in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
They just keep making games.
Yeah.
And in Matt's world, he goes, wait, hang on.
Yeah, no.
Where does this
in,
live?
In
Where does
my,
this
in,
live?
in my world,
No,
there are.
no,
I'm with
there
you.
is
I know,
a
but it's
connection. but
it's so.
But that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say.
it's
Is like,
Resident
so it's
Evil.
not that
Resident
very-
Evil is
No.
not. It's just not good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
you
like
don't
they
have to
keep
like
making
look
shit
at
up
like
every
a
Okay.
thing, a tile on the wall, and be like, that is a direct reference to the third game,
Right.
which means that confirms that this temple was back in the third game. It existed there, so this exists in the same timeline as it. You don't have to do that in Resident Evil.
Got it.
No.
Resident Evil, they're like the Plaga was there. That's it.
Yeah,
Right.
Resident
Worry about
Evil's
it.
like, oh, did you know that person
mean-
is like related to that
Yep.
person?
Yeah.
And because of that relation means the virus moved and evolved to make these new monsters. But like, we're not gonna really tell you how that happened, but like, it's
Well, I mean,
kind of
it-
the same virus, but not really.
Even
So it's
Res-
like an evolution of the T virus.
Yeah,
Not-
well, there's like
Q virus.
they do that.
A QRS
Not
TV?
August.
No,
August
August
are
is
like
different.
completely
That's what I'm
unrelated.
saying.
It
That's
has
what I'm
nothing to do with it.
saying.
They're
They're buried in the earth.
They were
They
buried
were
in the
worms
earth,
in the earth.
and then they dug them up, and they all got infected.
And then they started using them to infect
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, but
Nothing
it's
to
like
do
the
with
premise,
zombies.
like, okay, like biochemical warfare is like the
Yes.
war, like we're major parties.
that's
it's global.
to be fair.
Right.
To be fair, in Japan, the series is called Biohazard.
Biohazard.
okay.
So like a lot of the stories in the games are based off of like kind of that premise. Once the T virus kind of ended its evolution,
Yeah.
they're like, oh well, like other people could have made viruses from other things, and
Okay.
those could be
Ouroboros.
those could
Boy,
be
that was
as
just-
bad as the
Okay.
T virus.
The T virus and the Plaga, right?
Right,
Didn't they
right.
just jam all
They-
that shit together?
it-
They're
essentially it was like a hybrid
Ouroboros.
of them.
There you go.
So, but it's weird stuff like that. We're like, okay, so
Yeah.
it's connected, but also has nothing to do with it. But like, there's a thread.
'Cause
You
it's
can
just-
find it if
I
you
mean-
read all the
I mean,
codex.
but
There's a
it's-
thread that you don't have to.
if you
like,
read.
go
Right.
really.
It's also like a Friday the 13th movie where like you win at the end of every game, but also you
Duh.
can't
Yeah.
have stopped it because then there'd be no more game.
Right.
Okay.
And so it's always like, we stopped the virus. It's like, but wait,
There's more.
this other guy found this bug.
And he
you know,
ate it.
Or
Right.
whatever, or not. Or it's just like next game and they just make some new shit up.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it
It's
is.
like,
But I don't care because
but we'll like connect it. We'll be
Right.
like, oh, well, the person who made that was an ex-member of this
Yeah,
group, and you're like,
okay.
oh my god, the thread. And
That's
you're,
how it got out.
But you're reaching. You're
the
reaching.
really
Yeah.
cool stuff is when they have like a throwaway name and like a file, and that's like someone way later in
Oh, got it.
part eight or
Ashley.
some shit.
Oh
where
my
it's like,
god.
And they
Oh,
and
shit,
then and now
Miranda?
they're
Okay.
ramping with
You
it
know.
now because
Yeah.
they're doing remakes. Right?
Exactly.
And so now they have the future site. And so without even me looking, like I've come across a ton of it, I'm sure there's mountains of shit
Oh yeah.
that reference, you know, I mean, because again, you're now back in Resident Evil 2, 3,
Right,
4,
right.
but we know up to 7 or 8. And they did that with the original remake. Like they added so much lore in the original remake, which is crazy to call it a remake. I mean, it is a remake, but like it was only like 6 years after the game came out. Like 96 and like 2002, 2003. And so now the remake is like 20 years old. But what's great is, first of all, the remake of the original is one of the best games in the entire franchise. It's fucking phenomenal, right? Like it is, if you can stomach the tank controls and
Right,
shit,
right.
it is phenomenal. It's an astounding game. But they can still remake that because it completely has the old camera style.
Right,
Like
keeping the new-
4 was the one people were going like, I don't know, because 2 and 3 were easy.
Right.
Because they were fixed cameras. And it's like, cool, they're going with the new, like over the shoulder. It's kind of like 4, but it's different. But whatever, it's a complete game changer. Now 4 is like, okay, that's kind of already the camera style. What else are you going to do? And they did a great job. At
The answer was add a bunch of like good gameplay.
It's just fucking great. But then you go back to the original, and it's like, all you got to do is make 2 again. That's all you got to do. You know what I mean? The thing is, like, chronologically, it's weird, I guess, if you're bouncing around, because the other thing with them is the games did become more action-y, and even these new ones are. Like, 4 is more action-y than 2, but that's because they kept it more true to 4. The first one would have to scale back in the other direction.
Right,
Because, I mean, you're fighting fucking 1, 2 people at a time. It should be more spoopy.
Yeah.
But they did a great job with 2. I don't see why they couldn't do it.
Yeah, there's an in-between.
That could be a total, like, complete, like, 2 zombies is fucking crazy in the first game. I have no idea.
I just remember
I would
one.
love
Were you
to
just
play the mansion.
under-equipped and they were stronger, or was it just
No,
because
it was just
novel?
it was just
Hard,
less. It was
I
just
feel
less.
like.
It was just
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like,
Well, I mean,
again,
you had
from the
one
original,
hallway.
From the
you know?
original
So there's not a lot of
4,
space.
you're talking
Yeah.
again. You're talking about snap controls,
Right.
one zombie at a time.
And you're-
Resident Evil 4, there's fucking 15 people running at you.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's just completely different.
One that's like I remember one of the big things is don't kill everybody.
No.
It's kind of pointless. You're gonna run out of ammo and you gotta burn them to death because that's the only way to get rid of them. You
Can just blow their head off?
You can if they get like if you got like critical ones and it's just luck. But like you couldn't save if you didn't have typewriter stuff either, right? You had to
you had the typewriter.
typewriter ink. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to pick up the ink ribbons.
Yeah.
Oh, the ribbons,
And,
you're right. Yeah,
dude, I'm compulsive in that game where I think before I got out of the village, I'd saved like 10 times already.
It keeps
'cause I
track,
was like,
let you know. I just beat hardcore. I was like 102
I'll go
saves.
save it. You better
Yeah.
not lose that.
Right.
You run one save.
Well, I will say, I definitely have like extra saves too from shit where it's like, you go into the merchant shop, you save it for anything. You sell your shit, you do this, whatever, buy that.
And then
it's
you
like,
go.
And then you save and you're like, but just in case I'm not happy with my purchase, I'll make a difference.
Different save. Yeah.
You know, so it's like save in, save out.
Yep.
Then sometimes if you're really, at the end of hardcore, you want to scum some ammo, it's like, let me craft this a couple of times. Maybe I'll get some free bullets.
Yeah.
Five reloads, and then I'm on. So because sometimes the game will give you extra ammo when you're crafting it, and it's like, I could really use a couple extra rifles.
That's how Skyrim was for me. It was just a monster list of every new save, auto save, manual save, whatever. So anything that like a gust of wind came by, it's saved. Like, so I have every blink of the eye saved on this just huge list. That was one of the first games that it did it that way. You didn't have to like have your 4 slots and I go, okay, let me think about I'm gonna use the second one and then I'm gonna whatever.
Yeah.
That was kind of nice, but I also have no idea what it did to my storage.
Did that game have an autosave?
I think so.
Which
Because I had manuals and
I
autos.
don't remember that.
Really?
When I played.
I saved a lot.
Which
so,
game?
Oh yeah.
Skyrim.
Well, so
Oh yeah.
the autosave only
When you
would
go into
save
the
if you
village.
go into like a village.
Well, there was a
Yeah.
couple
or a
options.
menu.
So what
'Cause you had
happened to your
options, too.
game?
You could also turn it on and off.
We're
for,
digging into
fast
something.
travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was new to open
No.
world. Yeah, and I was really excited. I'm
You
a big
burned
fan
them
of Dragon
all.
Age. You
Yeah.
know, I was
Yeah.
like, this is gonna be great. Everyone's talking about it. So I go to the first village, having a good time. Dragons, woo! And I decided to go exploring. And there's a lot of ice, and there's a cave, and there's people in the cave, and there's a side plot. Then there's a tower, and there's snow. And I climb up the tower, and I slip and fall, and I never saved after like 10 hours.
That's how I
Of like
lost
being
my
out in
horse.
the world.
That's how I lost my horse, dude.
Yeah.
That's how I
Horse-
lost my horse.
There's a spot in Skyrim, maybe 2, where you can go up like a spiral staircase in this like castle tower, and
Yeah.
then there's a bridge that goes across to a cliff. And I had gotten off Shadowfax or whatever it's called, and the one from the Assassin's Guild.
Oh.
And I ran
Up the tower.
Yeah, because I ditched him way back.
Yeah.
I was like, there's some enemies over here. Go up the tower, get all the goody stuff, and then I start walking out and I'm slamming people, I'm hitting them, I'm fighting, I'm knocking some people off. I'm like, good luck. And then suddenly, like on this very narrow, it's like the bridge of Khazad-dûm,
Yep.
basically. Like you can't pass
Fly, you
anybody.
fools.
And I'm like, all right, the last guy. I've done so much. I've collected so many good things. Can't wait to save. My horse beams down past me. I'm like, what the hell? Where'd you come from? And I'd gone all the way up the stairs. and it starts tackling the guy with its front hooves. And then like the thing shield bashes
technically
it.
like a follower, so if he got hit, it's like, I will defend you, and then it,
Yeah, dude. This horse is attacking. He gets shield bashed and he ragdolls off the bridge, and I just watch. I'm like, no! And I'm like, he must have survived, right? Let me test. I jump off. I die. My body fumbles into his. It was terrible, but I had to go back because like that's the fastest horse in the game.
They were together in the end.
Yes.
Just right there.
I think I encountered that a lot. I remember with like BioShock, like early Xbox 360 games.
Yep.
Because playing
Shadowfax, by the way, yeah. Shadowmere, thank you.
Yeah.
Shadowfax is in fact Gandalf's all-white horse, not the all-black horse
Yes.
from the Assassin's Guild.
Yeah. Also,
Lord of the Rings on my mind. I've been
Shadowmere, like, not
re-watching
killed?
the extended edition. Sorry.
Isn't Shadowmere like a spirit?
I think he can die, but he's got like
Doesn't he like
really high-
summon out?
Then it could have been my normal
It might have been a living one.
It might have been my
Yeah,
normal
I
steed.
think that was like the one good thing about Shadowmere. I could be wrong though.
I think you might be able to get him back.
But like
But he
there was, one of the
respawns.
games was
Yeah,
a
I can't
goddamn
remember.
like summon.
Yeah, you go, and then off he comes.
I think a lot of like early games, like Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. First of all, it was like saving. What's that?
Yeah.
Then there was the write down the code, like Mega Man. You remember? It's like 3 D F 9 8, and you just gotta like enter all that shit in to play the game again.
If you just knew that, you could just.
Well, then you could
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
and that's when you read a book, like a cheat code book.
Right,
and it's like
right.
all the
guy-
shit, you just punch it in and
cheat
you
code
have it
book,
all.
Yeah.
And then you got to like Super Nintendo was the first game where it was just like it just saves and it's on the cartridge. And then PlayStation came out and it was bullshit because you had to buy it.
Buy a stick,
Yeah.
yeah.
What the
Memory
fuck
card.
is
Save
this?
stick.
Yeah.
But again, damn near every game I can think of that at least I had with PlayStation, it was a shit like either like Crash Bandicoot, right?
Yep.
Where it's like it be saving,
Yeah.
or role-playing games. And it's like this is the save point.
Right, come
You got
here,
to the
save.
diamond, you got to the S,
Right,
the little
right.
sparkly
The
thing.
crystal or whatever.
So when I started playing games like BioShock, games to me now I would say are more like PCS games. Bro, I would never just like press start and save it.
No.
Because I would
Yeah.
think like, oh, I have to
It's
get to
gonna
the
say-
save point.
Right.
And it's just like, oh, just save whenever you want.
Yeah.
And so when I first started playing games like those, holy fucking shit, dude. I would lose an hour of progress because I would just never. Role-playing
Yeah.
games, I'll save every 5 fucking
Yeah.
seconds. It's like, oh, dude, if you're in town, go to the inn or whatever, or you save on the world map.
Yeah.
In BioShock, it's like, I guess it saves when I beat the level, or I assume it's auto-saving all the
Right,
time.
right,
It's like,
auto-save all the time, no.
we actually auto-save like every hour and
Yeah.
a half.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's worthless.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time got me into doing that because it was simple, where it was just like, okay, I'm in the pause menu, I hit B and it saves it. And I like on the way out. So I would literally pause, do something stupid, and be like, better hit
That
B,
was
and
smart
just do
too,
that.
though, because it like put it in your way, but never stopped you.
Yeah, it never like made a big deal.
It
was
wasn't
just-
like a separate screen or anything. It would just be like, hey, you want to save while you're here? Sure.
And like for most Nintendo games too, it was like pause and B gets you out of it anyway.
But also, even Ocarina of Time, though, like you die and it saves. Like you
Yeah,
really got to
it
just
gives you
run
the
at your
option
console
to do
and turn
that,
it
yeah.
off to lose your progress. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm talking about games that, I think what you're talking about, that fool you and be like, we got auto save.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, that's, look, I'm not saying every second. If you have an auto save,
Right, but like
I'm
you
going
get
to
into a new
assume
area,
in 30
like,
fucking
okay.
minutes it's saved.
Right.
The number of
So-
times where you go,
Oh yeah.
Or like I went to a
Skyrim-
vending machine
what?
and,
And
I
it's like,
come
I
out.
lost
Never.
40 minutes?
I've never relied on auto.
40
It burned
minutes?
Me one
Yeah.
time, and now I just obsessively save. And
Well, see, now
don't even
think
I'm
about it.
afraid I can't, in certain games,
Yeah.
specifically stuff like BioShock or Alien Isolation,
Fallout, maybe?
which is a little bit easier because there are save points. But the problem is the game is like moving. It's not set in stone in Alien Isolation or in BioShock where there's just like enemies that exist and you save and you get stuck in a loop where you can't get out and the only save that you yes, a death loop.
Oh, he
A-
had
a
he
loop-
had us playing that this morning.
Right, where you're like right there, and there's enemies that are nearby, and you're like, man, if I would have had just another save, like 4 steps back, like just like literally 4 steps back outside of the room, for the love of God, 3 hours
Well,
of my
that's
life.
why you have to make a safety one.
Yes, I know.
Right,
Yeah,
safety save.
but they have to remember not to save over the safety save because then
dude.
you're
And so you're well done.
Safety saves, you never use them. Because then you go, what is my save? It's like digging through, you're like, I have 40 saves? Where's the good saves in here?
I will say though, BK, you lost 10 hours of progress in Skyrim, right? Is that first of all, that's crazy that would have auto-saved in 10 hours. I can't believe that.
No, I didn't go back to a town.
was
I didn't
exploring.
understand
Well,
what open
She didn't
world
trigger
was.
an auto
She
save
might- well,
because
yeah,
she's
'cause,
just
like,
exploring.
I was just
You have to
outside
open the
running
menu
around.
to trigger it manually, and then, but yeah, it's a whole.
She was tuned in.
Well, like I said, there's like 3 different ways to save in that game, though.
That
I
being
knew
said,
none.
No, I'm saying auto saves. Like, they could have been turned off.
10 hours? You're not even like 1/100th of the game.
I
Like,
know. That's why I've never played that.
You
Fallout.
barely even scratched the
man.
surface.
Out.
No Fallout.
I think I started with 4.
Fallout's rough.
Even though
for me.
3 I've heard was a maze.
That's I think
Vegas, New Vegas.
It was,
Wait, did I
I-
start with 3? I don't remember. Anyway.
3 was good. New Vegas was a pile of dog shit when it came out.
It
And
was.
then everybody
And then
loves
they fixed
that
it.
one.
Well,
Yes.
3, I mean, it was great. It just was an unplayable piece of shit.
It was like
And then
the
they fixed it.
the
Did it get fixed
story
with mods? Like, the
was
mods
good.
say
but,
No,
they
like,
eventually
the
fixed it.
gameplay
Because I had a
was
friend that was just playing it.
I mean, everything gets fixed
Crazy.
with mods first,
Yeah.
and then if the company gives a shit, then they'll come by and fix it.
Sure.
That's generally how it works, right? It's like if you're lucky, in
much,
2
yeah.
years, they'll do what someone did a month after
already.
Right.
Yeah.
and implement it. And I understand it's different. It's just it's that convenience of. I'm sure there's people working on the game that are like XYZ. I could fix this, but
Right.
it's a fucking video game company that's not really just
How
how
it
shit
works.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which is unfortunate. But that's fortunate. I more of like complaining, going they didn't fix this. I think it's awesome that there are community
People
mods,
can.
people making
Sure.
it know
Oh,
what the
yeah.
fuck they're doing to like
Right.
help that stopgap. And it is nice. It's also nice when an official game
Like,
just
does
like
it?
fixes
Like,
it.
yeah, like-
you
You're
turn the game on and it goes,
we
"Hey, we
heard
fixed
you."
this shit," but no, it's never fast. It's never fast unless it's like near launch and it happens to be like, oh,
Game
this thing
breaking.
went wrong, we didn't know and we
Yeah.
fixed it.
Right.
But if it's just sort of like this unfortunate thing no one likes, that's just like, oh, maybe they'll fix that in a year and a half.
Yeah. Now they'll fix something if it helps you so quickly, where it's like,
Oh, like take
yeah.
it away.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh,
oh, hey,
yeah.
this glitch that you have to like go through like 5
Right,
different
right,
hard
right.
processes to
Yeah.
activate
Get that
that
outta
gives you
here.
5 free levels. We got rid of that.
Yep.
Like, yeah,
we
got rid
made
of
sure
that right
to
away. Like,
focus our entire team on that
yeah.
one.
Dude,
who
that's-
who does that hurt? Only you.
Talking
it doesn't
about-
like there's not competitive. It's fine, but you know,
Mhm.
Talking about
Take it away.
the saving too is I was looking into the. Resident Evil always has a ranking system. When you beat it, you
Oh, yeah, you get like
A,
a-
B, S,
Mhm.
whatever.
That's a Capcom thing for sure.
Yeah, even more than Resident Evil, it's
Yeah.
Capcom.
Sonic.
And so there's a bunch of unlockables to get by doing various ranks, but then there's also restrictions in that, like there's S rank and then there's S plus.
Yeah.
But the game also has New Game Plus, and a lot of games that do New Game Plus, you can't do it across difficulties. Meaning, like if you beat it on normal, you get New Game Plus on normal.
Right.
You can't play
Yeah,
a
up it.
harder game on normal.
Right.
These you can. Like you could do it with Village, you could do it with this.
Okay.
But they have stuff. It's sort of all like if I'm reading it right, which I haven't fully researched it yet, it's not so insanely hard. They give you little bonuses on each side. So like you can get an S in New Game Plus. So you could like beat the game on easy or normal, unlock hard, do New Game Plus on hard. If you meet the qualifications, still get S. But you can't get S plus.
yeah.
Okay.
You have to do S plus on a new game. But like to get like an S rank, you can use all the items you have from New Game Plus, like that you got in the game and you physically have and you're carrying. But then there's like bonus items you get from the store, which you like unlock.
Okay.
I think, I could be wrong. You can't use that in New Game Plus or you won't get an S. But you can use those on a new game to
And
get
it's
S
fine?
plus.
Oh.
So it's like there's
Like
these
to
weird
vote you?
there's like
Like
these
a-
weird restrictions. Yeah, there's like weird
Okay.
restrictions either way. Cause so it's like hard. There's like easy, normal, hard,
Yeah.
and then there's professional.
Mhm.
And professional is just like a harder version of hard. Like professional is you can save, but you can't. There's no autosaves
Right.
Which-
like, it only saves when you.
when you save.
Right.
And also in order to get S plus, you have to. S plus is literally
certain amount
just
of saves,
it's
right?
like under 5.5 hours and no more than 15 saves.
Right. That's okay. Yeah.
So in a game that has no fucking checkpoints, you only have 15 saves throughout the entire game, and you only have 5.5 hours. But you can use the 3 bonus items, which are like fucking OP as shit
Okay.
items.
Yeah.
So I still like that. It's like you can do the hardest mode. They don't let you use like you can't be God mode.
Okay.
But they're like, you don't have to do it like, you don't have to be some insane, sick fucking MLG gamer
To get
in
it.
order to beat it. It's like, all right, we'll give you, if you unlocked the fucking badass, like infinite hand cannon,
Yeah, hand cannon.
we'll let you use it.
Give me the deagle.
That's
infinite
fucking
ammo.
fun. I've already played that
Blah,
game
blah.
twice, and it's a game where you can look at, if you're getting the achievements and the challenges and shit, kind of consolidating your runs. Usually it's like, I don't get a game and want to beat it 6 times.
Right.
It's like, how do I get everything in the
Right.
least amount of runs?
Like 2 runs. 2
Couldn't
runs tops.
could not care less. I'm gonna beat this game like 19 times. I'm doing like one thing a run.
That's
it's like a
good.
complete waste of my time.
That's
Where it's
so
like
awesome.
this run I'm gonna use don't heal, and the next one's like the next run I'm gonna use don't talk to the merchant. When it's like you can easily do both.
Knife only.
Again, if you get like an infinite ammo gun, it completely changes the landscape. And I love achievements like, first of all, I love the game, but I love achievements like that because it truly makes me want it. To me, I get more out of the game.
Yeah, it's like you play
because
it.
it's like, yes,
I completely
I could say, we'll just run through the game using a knife and handgun anyway, even if it's achievement or not. But there's something about the game saying we challenge you to do it.
Right.
But also, much like challenge accepted, in a way, it's like we also are telling you you can do it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Not like a challenge
like,
you've made up
you know
yourself
you can
and it's
do
like it may be impossible,
No,
might be
it's
whatever.
doable.
It's like, I don't know. To me, like, if I still care about the game, those are my favorite achievements ever. So I'm super excited to just like immediately start the next game, next game.
What I
Game,
really
just try and
liked-
get shit.
Kingdom Hearts on the remake or whatever, they had a lot of those like that,
Yep.
where it was like, don't change your equipment the whole game.
Yep.
Like, beat the game in under like 17 hours or
That's
something
damn
like
mind.
that.
You must be actually.
The speed run was not too bad.
Okay.
Not changing your equipment, I had to get to like level 99 and I was like, all right, this sucks. It's not great. You can't change the Keyblade. You can't put on any defensive
Oh,
Did
stuff.
you get
first
to level
one?
99
Yeah, it's
during the
the first
I meant to
struggle?
do.
Oh, okay.
I platinum the first one.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've platinumed the first one and the second.
Dude, the
and
gummy
I'm
shit
like,
took forever.
gummy ship
the
stuff is
worst.
rough.
Dude, my entire life, and I say that because the game has been out a long time.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like 20
true.
years, right? I've been playing Kingdom Hearts for fucking 20 years. My entire life never did shit with gummy ships. Being like, make it fly through space,
Yeah,
put some more shit on it,
exactly.
get me to the next level. I don't even think it was the. Is there a PS5 version? I don't know how many
There-
versions of this damn
There's
game.
a-
Is it 3 and 4?
It's 4.
It's just,
It's 3 and 4, right?
yeah.
You're talking about for the PlayStation, right?
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
they made the remaster, I think, on 3, and then 4 came out. They
Yeah.
moved it
Yeah.
to 4.
There's no PS5 version.
I think
But I mean, you can play it.
did it on the PS3 version. I'm just trying to time like when
Yeah,
this
yeah.
was, probably like 5, 6 years ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I played it and I'm just like, oh, there's all these gummy ship trophies. Like, I never really fucked with the gummy ship before.
Yeah, they're, like,
and I'm like looking up
stuff.
guides and shit, like step by step, this is the perfect gummy guide to get you through World 5-3 or whatever. And I'm like, I've played this game 25 times and I've never done this shit. This is
Yeah.
annoying as hell.
Is that
And
same?
you're just flying through. It's like a shitty arcade game. You just go beep, 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 beep. You're just playing this level over and over and over and over and
funniest
over
fucking
again.
thing to me about those gummy ships is like I think it's in 2. 2 is the one where you can make it, and if you just make like a square
Sure.
box, they only hit you in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
They don't hit you on like the edge, so you can make a big hole in your ship, and you'll never be hit. It just goes right through. So like all the hard shit's super easy. It's
Yeah.
just like I don't have a middle.
There's
Fuck
some,
off.
there's some,
Glitch in
there's
the
some,
game. It's glitch in the game.
there's
here.
some challenges that are like really hard as far as like, I don't even remember what you had to do, like collect certain shit or get a number
Yeah.
of points or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of them were like, make a 2-block ship. And you're just like, oh, yeah, this
That-
rules.
Easy.
This is
Walk
stupid.
Here, walk here,
Yeah.
fuck off. You can't beat me.
That's a weird thing in that game. It's
It is.
very just visually. Just like
Yeah.
you go from Kingdom Hearts to like, and here's this
No,
little
I
weird
agree.
block gummy spaceship thing. All right,
Yeah.
back to the game, back to
And they
Disney
really-
and Kingdom Hearts or
Really
Final
got in on
Fantasy.
it. Like,
Yeah.
They made a whole. It's like someone played Star Fox and they're like, I really like this.
Well, I think
Let's
it's
just
like
make
the
this.
same-
Let's shove a little
Yeah.
Star Fox in
It's
this
very
one.
Star Fox.
There's the same vibe there in like the Nier franchise, like Nier Automata. Like if you ever played it, like it'll be like, okay, normal action RPG vibes. Like it's like kind of like Bayonetta, but like also there's these bullet hell segments, and or it turns side scrollery, and you need to like it literally just becomes like 5 different games, and you're like, this is not just a side thing I have to do. This is like integral to getting to the next part of the game. That's what like drives you insane. You're like, this should be like some side thing where I get bonus stuff. And they're like, no. In order for you to get to the next world, I'm gonna need you to do this entire different type of gameplay style, and you're probably not gonna like it at all. But
you have
But
to.
you
You
have
have
to.
to.
Yeah. Square Enix is a lot.
I feel
Yeah.
like that
I'm
was.
starting to notice a trend about Square.
I feel like that was It Takes Two, but in a good way.
Yes.
I still haven't
yeah,
finished it,
yeah.
but like everything, so the genre kept like changing radically,
Yeah.
but it was awesome.
Yeah,
Whoa,
that
it's so
was-
cool.
that was built in- that was
Whoa,
really,
this is so
really cool.
cool. Whoa, we're doing this thing now. Like,
You have
that was very
complementary
cool.
like weapons, not weapons, but like tools to
Yeah,
accomplish
just
different
even though like
missions.
the different like overall it's kind of a platformy third person,
Sure.
but it would have little elements of like, oh shit, like when it turned into like a gauntlet game at one
my
point,
gosh,
you know,
love
where it's like,
Gauntlet.
oh, you have you're like the archer and you're like the mage
Right.
or whatever, and it was like, oh shit, this is like a totally different genre of game for 10 minutes.
That's like cool. I
That's
like
very
doing
cool.
Stuff like that. And then I'm thinking about like when Final Fantasy did that for all the like all the ultimate weapons or whatever in 10,
yeah.
where it's like, okay, do some dumb game, dodge lightning for 50.
Dude, a lot of those were fucking.
I was like, get me out!
Dude,
Why?
I had to do that for my
Ride this
friends.
chocobo like seagulls attack.
I had to do chocobo racing and lightning
No, you
dodging.
didn't.
for
You
my
were,
friends.
you
I mean,
were
I'd
that
have to.
friend. You were that friend.
yeah.
I'd do it. I mean,
I
bragging
would do
rights, you know what
I
mean?
would do chocobo racing for
no,
friends.
you can have
That's still rough.
You can have.
It's
the
way
practice.
easier
I'm
than
good.
Thunder.
Yeah, I'm
Thunder
not
was
dodging the
bullshit.
lightning for forever.
That was fucking bullshit.
yeah.
Good.
Dude, again, same thing. Like Kingdom Hearts, like they remade that on PS3, like the 10 and 10-2, and it was a thing where like it was like the level where like HD TVs were at, and however that lightning was flickered, I had to like change my fucking TV to do it. It wouldn't display
wouldn't show it.
properly.
Yeah.
Because
Was it like
wouldn't-
between the frames or
some
something?
shit like
so.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like I had to like switch to a different
think they-
fucking monitor. I had like a piece of shit
Yeah,
monitor
yeah.
on a chair.
And the game goes,
And I was playing the game, so
The
it
good
did that and then
stuff.
put it back. I think it like got sorted out already. It was like
I
this
think they've
weird,
upped
it was this weird gap in like technology, but I remember I'm going, what the fuck? It's like a brand new game, and it's like I can't see the goddamn lightning.
Some games needed, like that pixel art needed to be on CRT TVs, those tube TVs,
Yeah.
because like the way it blended the
we still
pixels
haven't
together
dodged
and it
200.
actually made it look like art with shading. But now, I don't know. I lost my brain just.
Oh,
then.
sorry.
It just, like, I
You
had
just
a
got
thought.
frustrated.
No. It sounded frustrated. I had a thought, and it just went like that, and I went, anyway.
It happens. It happens.
Did you?
God.
I know we talked about this like because I was going through all the Kingdom Hearts, getting the achievements. Did you ever do Birth by Sleep?
Absolutely.
Did you
The board game?
like get all the achievements in that?
No, dude.
Okay.
Trophies.
The
Death
trophies,
by
I'm
sleep?
sorry.
Birth
by
by
sleep.
sleep.
My bad.
Though death is more
My bad?
often what happens in it.
Excuse me, my bad.
I feel
Yeah.
so. My heart.
Death
just
by
like,
sleep. I'll stay awake.
Okay.
The fucking ones for playing fruit ball with Pete.
Oh yeah, with
It
Pete.
sucks. That sounds weird as shit.
Oh, my
Is this
favorite game,
fucking-
Fruit Bowl with Pete.
Is it fucking Mickey Mouse Pete?
It's
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse
it's
Pete.
Mickey.
Oh, yeah.
Big Pete, you piece of shit.
Every
There's-
time.
There's just a
No, not Pigeon Studios Pete.
not Pigeon Studios.
Not Pigeon Studios Pete.
Oh.
Right comes the
I-
chat right when you say Pete.
Hated playing.
Hated
That's my
playing.
cats.
Those are your cats.
You're right.
Who's in the little dragon?
me.
That's you in the dragon outfit? How to Train Your Dragon?
Fall Guys.
No, Fall Guys.
It does look a little How to Train. It's far away.
It's fine.
It is far away.
I'm not.
I'm gonna get up on
I'm
it. I
not
wanna see it.
judging you, but I'm just telling you what it is.
Oh, okay, I can see it. It had like the
After
like
band
the
into
eye
the
shape of the main.
Start reading
dragon.
it on Twitch more. What's going on?
Well,
when are you
you know,
streaming next?
About a year ago, last February.
That's
A
next.
year ago,
Yep.
next
Thank you.
February.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Come on.
stream in a non-linear fashion.
Whoa!
I'm like,
Fourth
dude,
dimension.
You guys are going this way, and I'm going this.
Woo!
I'd love to start streaming. You know what? I should do? Especially since we just did challenge accepted. Sure. Especially since we just did challenge accepted. Baby gongs, go get them while they're still there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh,
But-
well, now when Challenge
Doesn't
Accepted
matter.
comes out,
Bing
we're gonna say go
dong.
buy
They
the baby
should have
gongs.
been here. They should have been
Bing
here at
dong.
the end of the
There's
hour
not
and a
gonna be
half.
any baby.
I
Little
should
baby
stream
song.
again because I want to get actually at least somewhat decent at platforming games. I feel like whatever happened,
No.
just
Trevor, I'm never getting decent at platforms.
Crash was my very first video game,
I can help you.
and I could get almost to the end of the first island, and I would usually lose my lives and have to start over.
But then
Crash
there's
is different. Crash is hard as
3D.
fuck.
It was very hard.
It's the
Yeah.
flat. It's the this.
Also, the
way.
running at the camera.
definitely have a
shit you
much
had to
When it
know.
goes like this, I'm like, okay, I can
What's
see
harder,
depth.
2D or 3D?
The 2D.
2D is harder for you?
Yeah, because
I
I can't
agree.
see. I can't see the depth or like the distance. Like 3D, I'm like, I guess like I could see that access in my mind. I'm not good at it, but like I've gone pretty far in like the Crash Bandicoot games.
Yeah.
But you put me on Mario or like any of these like Metrovania.
I guess like,
I'm just
and that makes sense.
"Oh."
2D, because I played it a lot. It's easier for me, and you're right, you don't really see it, but like you don't need to because it's
feel
only 2D. Well, it's
Yeah,
only
exactly.
2D. There can't be anything, so you don't need to see it.
Well, no,
You're right,
there's-
you feel it.
There's stuff
Right.
now where like it can come at you from the back of the screen.
I mean,
It's
now, Matt,
rare, yeah.
but I'm
But
just
it's like,
talking about,
like
you know.
you're ready. You're conditioned to know.
conditioned.
Like, again, if
I'm
you see
conditioned to always do this
Right,
when I'm
right,
playing platforms. That's why I'm always doing this.
the back and forth, my
It's the
mind's
back and
blown.
forth.
I played Princess Peach on Cozy Couch, and like I didn't even know the
You gotta-
shells come back.
Yeah, oh, they'll bounce.
Well, why? And then
But the
not
mushroom won't. They'll despawn.
no. Or how
Sure,
about
they just
walking?
go away.
If you walk too far and then you walk back, they
If it goes off,
respawn.
yeah.
They come back.
Well, and your items too. if they go off the screen.
What?
That's a class.
That's just how video games.
Confused.
Yeah.
They live and die on that screen.
Okay. Okay.
It's true.
So
Okay.
you don't want them to come back.
You
they'll come
walk
back.
in, they go, I'm alive.
And they just walk off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
That's why, like, if you're
Just
chasing an
learn
item and it goes off the
love.
screen, and then
It's
you
gone?
catch up, it's gone. If there's like a wall there, it's
Right.
gone.
That like concept is just like all like very very foreign to me. Like I don't understand.
It's very old school.
I mean, I think it's cool, but like to
Yeah.
like think like go into the game and like no, like everyone just like you just knew. Like I'm sitting there, Kai's like, you didn't know that? I go, no, I didn't. I didn't know anything.
It's like the precedent of it, where it's
There
like
was-
you just assume now.
I was watching it actually like yesterday because it came out, and Kai was across from me, and I was like kind of sharing moments with her as I was watching it. But there was a part where you were like on the pipe, and like Kai's like, just go down the pipe, just go down the pipe, just go down the pipe, and you kept going,
can't. I can't
and
go
like, and then you lined it up
in the
just
pipe.
right, and then you went through. And you're like, oh, what's going on? And she's like, it's cozy couch, chill.
Yeah, she's like,
Oh,
chill,
Just
chill. And I'm just like-
every now and then you'd both ratchet each other up, and then
It wasn't.
settle right back down.
Yeah, no.
Today was not cozy.
No, Child Deceptive was not cozy.
It was cozy for me.
Fuck, dude.
Cozy chair.
But somebody did ask earlier about Challenge
cozy.
Accepted. We recorded one
We did record
just before
Just
this.
today?
Literally right before this.
Came out hot.
And now this is over.
Baby gong?
Oh no.
About this tall.
Yeah, it's around there.
Baby gone?
Baby
Yeah.
gone.
It's like the size of a
good breakfast
baby.
pancake.
Yeah. A little Eggo waffle size.
Yeah.
And it's got the thing that hangs
That's
from.
what I would say.
Hey,
It's cute.
It's good.
that's the show. Man, fucking almost April already.
I know, dude.
Some shit coming. Resident Evil
Close.
4 just came out. I'm gonna play that again. Zelda soon. Deeb's coming out soon.
Dude.
Mario's coming out next week.
Mario's
I'm very excited. I'm taking my kids.
Mario movie's in April, right?
Mario movie's on Wednesday.
They're jumping on the
6 days, baby.
They're jumping on the Mario Maple train.
Whoa! Yeah, I'll take my kids and Matt.
Yeah,
you.
your kids.
Sure.
Pretty much.
40x.
In 3D.
40X.
I kinda
I'm just
do
going in
wanna do
3D,
40X.
so
Oh.
I can't.
Cool.
I want to feel the fire.
Look, I talked to my kids too. I told them, I said, look, Chris Pratt is Mario. I don't know if you're all right with that. They said it was okay.
Okay.
They said, we understand.
Okay.
Children?
Yes, they said, look,
Okay.
we understand. People have feelings about Chris Pratt being the voice of Mario. My daughter was like, I understand. I've been playing Mario my whole life, and I'm willing to take the risk and go see.
Your daughter said, "Listen, father, it's very nuanced,
It's-
but I
yes,
understand."
She said, I know there's a lot of moving parts in this, but I'm willing to see the Mario film.
Right.
Give it a chance.
Just see.
Check it out.
It'll.
And so,
We'll see.
We'll go to the cinemas, father.
right.
Take us to the theater.
To the cinema.
We'll find out.
Theater.
We'll find out.
Cliffhanger.
I guess. I'm not promoting the movie, but I'm a parent.
It's apparent you're going to the movie.
It's a him, a parent.
Damn.
Wahoo.
Woohoo!
What?